Hello, Imperial Commissary, and happy Taco Tuesday. I hope you're all doing great. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Sorry I started a little bit late today. Been doing so many other things. Had to announce Tim Effler coming on back. Kenner designer, marketing team engineer, blah, 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 blah. A whole bunch of cool stuff. Got great stories, that guy, so definitely stop by the booth and see Tim Effler. When you get into the room, say, hey, let me know you're here. Let me know you can see me and I can see you.
Felt lucky.
And we will get going here. Also, if you have any problems with Facebook, we are also streaming on Twitch. Let me make sure it works. Twitch, yep, and YouTube. There we go. We are good to go. All right, let's go. Don't forget to send me the link, Andrea says. No worries, dear. Here it is. Okay, woo! Kevin Bruno, what's up, buddy? How you doing? Sir Michael of Havenshire, as I live and breathe. How you doing, Tony? How's it going, buddy? How you doing? Rocksteady Noakes, testing, 1 2 1 2. I can hear you now. In the words of the Verizon guy, and then eventually the Sprint guy. Can you hear me now? Okay. Let's get out something regular here so Andrea can tag everybody up, and then we will get going here in a minute. How about a bib for tuna? He's a nice bib. Got all his stuff there. Got his chest plate and everything. Good one. Yeah, this shirt is one of Jason Annabelle made this as swag at the last ICCC. So there you go. ICCC, and then it says not for sale. The ICCC is not for sale, no matter how many people try. NFS, it's ours. For collectors, by collectors. Going once, twice, 3 times. Spinning bib. There we go. Bib starting at $1, starting at $1 hair. You get in on that. It's a good deal. $1 holler. There we go. That was all bent in the wrong direction. How's it going? What's up, Aaron? How you doing? First time watching the live auction on YouTube. Welcome, YouTube. The tube of you, and me, and us, and we. Does it look better? Sound better? Exactly the same, just a different platform. Andrea's tagging everybody that wanted to tag there. There we go. I'm doing great, Aaron. How are you, bud? A little better than Facebook. Well, there you go. YouTube is better than Facebook. Who knew? Looking for a $1 holler on that bib for tuna. $1 starting it off. What up, DJ? How you doing? I see Toys hoodie. Been working retail. Look at that. Bam. Is it snowing yet? No, Mom, it's not snowing yet. I think they said 7 o'clock. 7 p.m. snow time. There's Toby Black. Anybody up there in Canada or somewhere close, especially Buffalo and Detroit and whatnot, make sure you get up to May the North be with you. Toby Black runs a fun show up there. You should definitely check it out. You got Tim Effler for ICCC. So many of his toys definitely defined my childhood. Oh, dude, because he made toys all the way through, like all the lines. He also invented the Jurassic Park logo. He gave it to Steven Spielberg. How cool is that? If you guys don't know that story, ask Tim Effler about it, but here, I'll tell you about it. So I was sitting at dinner with him one night. We were up in Cincinnati, Andrea and I, and we were with Jim Swearingen, Emery, and Tim Effler. And so we're sitting there having a nice dinner, and we're talking, and Tim was like, you know, the Jurassic Park logo. And I'm like, yeah, of course, the one from like everything, you know, with the dinosaur, the side image of the T-Rex. I'm like, yeah, of course I know it. And he goes, DJ at 5, but I think we got a 10 there. 10 for Bib. Patrick Koss in the lead. So he goes, yeah, that logo, what happened is Steven Spielberg was coming. It was in Atlanta. What did I know? See, Andrea knows things. Anyway, at some steakhouse somewhere in America, so he goes, oh, the Jurassic Park logo. He goes, well, what happened is Steven Spielberg, and that's the picture I put up there on the announcement. That's him with Spielberg. But he goes, Steven Spielberg wanted to make a toy line for Jurassic Park. And he said, and I didn't really know what to do, so he got a bunch of Army Jeeps and stuff, and a bunch of different vehicles, different things, some dinosaurs that they had, you know, and he showed them to Steven Spielberg. In order to make them look like Jurassic Park, he made a logo. And that logo ended up becoming the Jurassic Park logo we all know. Spielberg said, whose logo is that? And Tim said, it's yours, sir. And Spielberg was like, really? He's like, yeah, I made it. You can have it. He didn't want anything for it. And he was like, how about that Kenner contract for all the Jurassic Park toys? And Spielberg said, yes, sir. Let me get that logo. So the logo, you know, this man is the one that created it. And he just made it so he could stick it to the sides of Jeeps and stuff, so it all looked like it went together for the Jurassic Park toy line prototypes to show Spielberg. So, pretty cool. But he's got lots of other stories like that. He's done a million different toy lines all the way through the years. He's pretty freaking awesome. Definitely check in with him. Aaron Schellender, we got $12 on Bib, 12 on the Bib. Andrea says we're all done tagging, so I'm going to scoop Bib on over here to letter A, and we're going to bring up the IC auction droid. Thank you very much, Derek Cernak, for providing me with that awesome auction droid that comes on out at every Taco Tuesday. Let's do for letter B, a Stormtrooper. He's not the best Stormtrooper in the world, but he is complete. So you can't go wrong with that. Hong Kong Stormtrooper. He could use a bit of a cleaning. A little bit of dirt on him and stuff like that, but I think most of it will come off. I don't know if I have a napkin or something around here. Yeah, I do. Here, hold on. Let me see if it just comes off with a little bit of water. We'll do one leg, like the old QB40. Or was it? QR40, QB40. I remember where they used to, like, wipe down the car hood, late night TV, and then they'd, like, light the car on fire, and they'd be like, look, it wipes right off. I don't remember what that was. QB40? I think QB40 was a band, right? Or is that UB40? I don't know. Well, let's see if it just comes right off or if he is dirty. It is coming off a bit, actually. But the reason why I say the QB40 is because they would clean half the car hood with QB40 or whatever. And then the other half they wouldn't. So it'd be like one's clean, one's not. But you know how it is. You always get a better item than you think you got from me. So I want you to be happy. But yeah, it does clean up. So you spend 5 minutes with a wet cloth with a little bit of Dawn on it. I mean, it's night and day, the difference in cleanliness. UB40 is a band. I don't think I have a card to reuse, brother. Sorry. But yeah, look at that. Cleans right up. So that's going to be a nice Stormtrooper for whomever puts the work into it. And he does come with a blaster there. It seems to be a translucent blue blaster. That's cool. You can see right through it. Don't know what that goes with, but there you go. Letter B is a Stormtrooper. Letter B. Whoa, ole. Stormy letter B. Let's see. For letter C, how about we do a nice Luke pilot? Red wine. Yeah, so what was the cleaning product? UB40? QB40 maybe? Somebody Google QB40. See if that's it. It was like late night with the Ron Popeil type deals. And it was, I think it was an Australian guy that would sell it, and he'd be like, "Watch as I light this car on fire," and you know, it was fun. That's my kind of infomercial when they light cars on fire. This is a really, really, really nice Luke. This is a Luke Pilot. He's in very nice condition. Look at that tush stripe, huh? Wow. Look at his back and everything. Very nice condition. Great condition Luke there. Check him out. WD-40 is a lubricant. It wasn't WD-40. I think it was QB-40 or QB-40. I don't know. Do you guys remember what I'm talking about, or am I insane? Like, they put a piece of tape down the center of the hood of the car, and they clean one side with this stuff, and then light that side on fire, and then they light the other side without it on fire, and the side without it would be all messed up. No. Huh. UB40 took their name from the form you had to complete in order to apply for unemployment benefits in the UK. I didn't know that. Look at that. Little info from across the pond, I see. Alright, we got an Ewok medicine man. He's got the cure for what ails ya. Logray up in this with really great condition. Logray. He's a raised bar something, whatever that means. I just could tell it's a raised bar. Raised bar Hong Kong.
And sudden price hikes hidden in the fine print. With G5
so he'll be letter D. There we go. We got A, B, C, and D. That Luke is really nice. Usually Luke X-Wing, their paint is always chipped up. His paint is very nice. It was not QB40, although it was something else. Do you remember it, dear? It was something. QB, QR, where's my phone? Oh no, where's my phone? I don't have my phone. How am I supposed to do all the graded stuff? I gotta look it up on a computer like a person from 1995? Oh well. And then crazy letter E. Crazy letter E. What do I got for letter E? Let's check. This one's cool. Leyendas Collection Prestige Star Wars. I've seen this in English. It's the Boba Fett comic book. But this is in Espanol. Where does it come from? It's Disney Lucasfilm. It's just definitely in Spanish. So there you go. It's got a little bit of a dog ear to it down there. But it's official Disney Lucasfilm, so there you go. And it's the Boba Fett comic. I just showed you a picture without Boba Fett in it. That's a bummer. Hold on. I don't know. There's Boba. Boba Fett. But anyway, there you go. Starting at a buck. Hey, what AFA loose graded do you have? I'm not too sure, brother. I've kind of just been picking them up. Most of them are 85s. If you look at the picture I put up for people to be tagged on, it'll say it on there, or it'll have all the ones because I took that picture yesterday. So it'll show you the secret details. You got letter E lined up right there. You go. Boba Fett comic in Espanol. Starting at a buck. Let's see what we got. We got $15 on C, $15 on C. C is at 30. 30 bucks on C. Alexa said it was called UB40. There you go. Thanks, Mom. Way to come through. UB40. No, that's the band, Mom. DS40? No. Well, I don't know. Somebody has to Google. I don't have my phone around, so I Google. Ooh, I do have my phone. Here we go. Patrick Cross says $14 on that. Beauty of a bib. Beauty of a bib, Fortuna. What was the sealing agent for cars that was sold on late night infomercials by the Australian guy that used to light the car on fire? Come on, Google, let's see what you got. What infomercial did they use to light the car on fire? Question mark. Liquid luster? I found liquid luster, and that's kind of it, but it was a different one I saw. Ah, I'm putting on a Star Wars commercial. Aha! Amazing discoveries. Do you remember this?
You just use a conventional wax and you just try with Ari. Just see how easily you can put it on. What we're going to do, Mike, is just start. Yeah, any way you like. Middle, centre, bottom, it really doesn't matter.
He's got an English accent, so I was wrong about the Australian accent. But hold up.
Powerful. Didn't take any of the because in compact of the show, it was a goes on with it. That, believe that's hot.
Yeah, right there.
No red paint. No red paint. All we've took off is the yellow paint. So, Mike, tell me.
I'm impressed.
You're impressed?
No,
You're sold on the idea?
It's
a good idea.
Absolutely amazing. It really is amazing.
Remember, I said at the beginning of the show, it was a space-age polymer.
Right.
Right. So let's just give it the ultimate test. Let's
Wait,
give it a heat test.
Yeah.
Let's do it on one of the junk hoods.
The reason it's actually made of
I can't
polymer is because they use polymers on the space shuttle. And they use a polymer on the exterior. The reason to do that, Mike, quite simply, is to protect protect the space shuttle,
John,
from re-entry of the Earth's atmosphere. Okay?
That's really
You believe that's hot?
I love the internet.
By the way, heat on paintwork.
I can't stop it.
Now there's a big black ring. You're not going to get this off.
Yeah, Ari. There you go. So that'll be letter E, yeah, next week. We got to find a bottle. I'm sure they got one on eBay. Cool, right? I always wanted that stuff so I could light my car on fire. You can kind of sort of light a car on fire with lighter fluid at any time, and the lighter fluid's just what burns, so. Good evening, Kenny Vannigan. How you doing? Sure enough, Aaron. Heck yeah, buddy. Ha ha. Letter E. Andrew Evans, are you open an appointment only at the store? I'm sending a friend of mine to shop this weekend when he is in Nashville. If he makes it, I told him to mention my name, and you take good care of him and his son. Andrea will answer you, but no, it's not appointment only yet. We're kind of making people warm up to that. It's 11 o'clock till 3 o'clock, Tuesday through Friday, and then 11 o'clock till 5 o'clock on Saturday. So there you go. It's closed Sunday, so tell your friend there. All right, let's see where we are right now. On letter A, Bib Fortuna, we're at $14. On that Stormtrooper Hong Kong complete, we're at $30. Luke X-Wing complete is way too nice to be at $30. He is great looking. And low grade complete's at $10. That's a steal of a deal. Spanish Boba Fett comic right over there is at $4. Good evening, Dan Miller. How you doing, bud? All right, Bib's been up the longest, but he's only at $14. Is that what Bibs go for nowadays? I don't know. A is at $14 and C is at $30. C is really, really nice. A is great condition, but I mean, C, like, here. Look at that. For a butt stripe on an X-Wing pilot, it's pretty top shelf. Whoever thought the best way to sell a Star Wars toy was to talk about the butt stripe on the X-Wing pilot. But it's true. If you ever see Luke X-Wings in mass, they've always got a scratched tush. Adrian Coat says $31 on B, that beautiful Stormtrooper. $31. So, ask me any questions. You got questions for me about the IC, about ICCC, whatever you want. Mes debes tres creditos. I didn't even know that Boba Fett was bilingual. That's pretty cool. He's smarter than me. I can only kind of hear some words. I know, dos cervezas, por favor. And gracias. And chocolate caliente means hot chocolate. And cappuccino means cappuccino, which is nice. Casey Blevins says $33 on B. $33 on B. Casey Blevins. Aaron Schellner, $12 on D. That low grade complete at $12 for that furry little murder bear. And he goes 33 on C. That's that beauty of a Luke X-Wing. 33 bones. Doll hairs it is. Doll hairs. Let me pick out a graded here. You wanted an AFA something, right? So let's start off with a, I don't know, Admiral Akbar. That's AFA graded. AFA 85 Admiral Akbar. Let's look that up. We got the most recent one to sell on December 28th, sold for $189, that Akbar. I'll show that to you when I put them up. So we'll start them at, I don't know, $125. We'll start the Akbar at. So that's like $60 off the cheapest one to sell recently. D at 14, D at 15, C at 40. We got some action now. And that Bib Fortuna is sticking at $14, so we're going to let him go to Mr. Patrick Cost at $14 on the bib. $14 on the bib. Going once, going twice, going thrice. Sold for $14 on a Bib Fortuna for Mr. Patrick Cost. That was our first item of tonight. Can you pull the Graded Vader tonight? Sure, buddy. Mazzy Michael takes over on E, the Spanish Boba Fett comic, at $5. Alright, we're going to put up, this is what I just looked up. This is the most recent Admiral Akbar 85, AFA 85 grade to sell right there. He just sold for $189 plus $12.65 plus tax. And I'm starting mine at $125, so it's way cheaper and no tax than the cheapest one to sell on eBay recently. There is the Admiral himself, starting at $1.25. Ooh, this one's a beige torso, whatever that means. I didn't know there were torso variants on Admiral Akbar. Shows I don't know at all. Right? But yeah, it's listed right there, beige torso. But it's an 85 near mint plus. He's in beautiful condition, so you want to get in on that one, especially since I'm starting him off so cheap at $1.25. 125. Did I see a dewback in your pile? Yeah, there is a dewback right there, dude. We can do it, Dewey. Dewey. A Dewey. Oh, baby. We got it going. Yeah. It's a Dewey. Dewback. I appreciate time of year and still poor inflation, but it wasn't long ago you could get a complete bib for tuna sold for $40 easily. Oh yeah, man. But the thing is the bubble went way too tight because of the COVID thing. It really did. If you think about it, man, everybody stayed home. Everybody remember this if you want some vintage Star Wars knowledge. Everybody was home and had no expenses. You weren't allowed to go on vacation. You couldn't go out to the bar. You couldn't go to a club. You couldn't go to a Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. It was masks and stay home. So everybody had extra money. And that's what happens. And when everybody had extra money, then people were paying $40 for a loose bib for tuna, which is insane. A bib for tuna should be, I think, like $18, not $15, $14, but still. I'm selling them here on the IC, and if you don't need a bib, but I'm sure you could still get $18 to $20 for a bib for tuna on eBay. But yeah, man, it was insane there for a while. I mean, people were paying $90 for like a Wicket, and that's crazy. Even Boba Fett's were getting up into the $100 range, more than that, $150. It was crazy. There were some Boba Fett's, and oh, forget it. And then everybody was stuck at home with their collections, so they started looking at their figures really, really carefully. And now we have 275 variants for every figure in every blaster that exists. But it's just because we gave collectors way too much time and way too much money for like 2 years. So that's what happened. But it has corrected, and they have seemed to go up in some aspects. And the 85s and stuff are selling like for so much money. That's why it's weird like when these don't sell, because I mean this is $60-$70 less than it should be minus tax, and it should already be like there should be 5 bids on it. Like if you watch the Hakes auctions and stuff, I mean all of Jeff's stuff is like 85s, and they're selling for crazy prices. But that's because you know they've become, what is it, appreciating assets as opposed to collectibles for most folks. Me, I just, keep what I like and sell what I don't care about. So. But yes, that's the reason why I'm the only one that does live sales, because, yeah, you get banged up. I got some 85s I should unload. Dude, you should. I mean, they're selling for a fortune. If you've seen that Hakes collection, I mean, they're going, shoot, man. 10 grand, 18 grand on like regular figures. They just happen to be a 90 or an 85. He's crazy. Alright, let's call that Boba Fett comic. We'll see if we can get you out something else weird for letter E there. Boba Fett comic at $5 for Massey Michael. Going once, going twice, going thrice. Boba Fett en Espanol is sold. Alright, I'm going to run through them again. Admiral Akbar, the starting bid is $125 on him. The Stormtrooper Hong Kong Complete, he's a AFA 85, the Admiral Akbar. The Stormtrooper Complete is at $33. I'm about to call that one next, so you're going to want to get on that. Luke X-Wing Complete is at $40. He's got a really nice tush stripe. And Low Grade Complete is at $15. Boba Fett comic is sold. Congratulations, Massey Michael. Let me see what else I got here. Episode 1. Does anybody want that? Episode 1 book? I usually just stick to vintage on here. I think Jar Jar Binks is in that, so we'll skip that. Mad Magazine, The Phantom Menace. We have missing dialogue, full blazing color, and Star Wars the Musical, and so much more with the original trilogy. So yeah, that counts. There we go. Mad Magazine from sometime. Let's see. Summer of 1999, Star Wars edition of Mad Magazine, starting at $1. The Star Wars Spectacular of Mad Magazine, starting at $1. Alan Krebs, what's up, buddy? How you doing? How's it going? All right, we're going to call that Stormtrooper for Mr. Casey Blevins at $33. We're going to call $33 going once, going twice, going thrice on that Stormy. Sold. Stormy is sold. All right, congratulations, Casey Blevins. Casey says $5 on E. You need something to go along with that Stormtrooper. All right, this one is an AFA 75. It's a TIE Fighter pilot. Let's look that up. They are for sale for $200. Let's see how much they have sold for recently. $150, $299, $147, $150. Alright, so let's start it off at, I don't know, $110. We're going to start off this TIE Fighter pilot. It's AFA 75 TIE Fighter pilot. Looks to be worth about, I don't know, $150 to $180. Cheapest one for sale with this grade on eBay is $200. So there you be. TIE Fighter. Yes! Jack in the Box, this is live. What up, buddy? Live and in stereo, coming into your living rooms across the world. What are you looking up the prices on? Ooh, I can show you. It's just eBay. All I do is look here. We'll do like AFA Admiral Akbar, right? AFA 85 Admiral Akbar. And then what you do is it searches it, and it shows you what ones are for sale for, right? With the beige torso and whatnot. But then if you go into filter and you go into show more, and then you go into sold items. Sorry, it's hard to do backwards and upside down. And then you show the recent results. And there you go. See, 189. Admiral Akbar. The next one's 474, but that one's with a whole, like the mailer. But see, and then you look at this one, sold on December 28th, and you look at it, it's an 85 plus, so I guess it's a little bit higher grade than this one. This one is an 85 that I'm selling. But that's all I do. I just look up the most recent sold ones and go off that, and then I look at the price that they are currently up for sale for on eBay. It's easy with AFA because they have a number grade, and those number grades are equal to the other number grades, so that's why I don't mind. Before I was putting it up and people were like, I don't know, I remember I was sitting there and I was going 101, 102, 103, and it was like a $600 figure. And I'm like, listen, from now on I'm just starting it kind of close so I can save my breath. But still, 110 is way cheaper than this TIE Fighter pilot goes, so I don't know. If you guys want different figures, you let me know. What up, Jeremy Schmidt? How you doing? How's it going? What's up, Dan Bilkey? How you doing, bud? Alrighty, we got $5 on that Mad Magazine Star Wars edition. Low grade completes at $15. Luke X-Wing is at $40. TIE Fighter pilot is starting off at $110, and Admiral Akbar is starting off at $1.25. Admiral Akbar is an 85, and TIE Fighter pilot is a 75. We're going to call low grade, going once, going twice, going thrice, only $15. Massey Michael gets himself a murder bear. Adrian Coates starts off that TIE Fighter pilot at 112. Steal of a deal. He's in the lead. Adrian's in the lead at 112. Congratulations, Massey Michael. You just got yourself a medicine man. Perfect for cold and flu season. It's supposed to snow here tonight. We're supposed to get snow. Snow in Tennessee. Doesn't happen much, but when it does, it's cool. So we have rolling hills and whatnot. So snow is nice with the rolling hills. Especially, oh, what did you want? Dengar? Dengar. I had Dengars, but there was somebody who was on here the other day, and he was like, I need all the, whatchamacallits. He needed all the bounty hunters, so I think I sold that Dengar. It wasn't 85, though, but I sold them the other day. Sorry! No Dengar to be had here. How about a Gonk graded in 85, an 85 Gonk? CAS 85 Gonk. Gonkinator. I'll look up the price of that one. Power. It looks like they're up for $215, $255, $211. So all the ones for sale are just a touch over $200. Don't forget, plus shipping, plus tax. And then sold ones recently are $155, December 3rd. So let's start it off at $125 for that Power Droid right there. That's the most recent one. CAS 85 Power Droid starting off at $1.25, $125. Just like that Admiral Akbar, who's a killer deal. Yeah, Akbar's an 85 grade, and I only have him at a starting bid of $125. It's super cheap. Way cheaper than anywhere on the internet. Oh. So if you're interested, now's the time. Interested in the graded Obi, you got it, buddy. Hey, what's up, Chris? How you doing? How's it going? Akbar is an 85, yes, sir. Yeah, 85. Yes, AFA 85. That's what I'm saying, it's so cheap. AFA 85. Lyle Jones, what up, buddy? Dude, I got your play, Lyle Jones. So I'm gonna try to get that going somehow. Computer froze. What is the starting bid on Gronk? I don't know. 125? Yeah, 125. It's AFA. There you go, Chris. All right. All right, let's call Luke Skywalker there. Luke is at $40. Complete Luke X-Wing. Going once, going twice, going thrice. So Luke X-Wing at $40. Chris Fermani takes the lead on Akbar. I knew somebody would do the math eventually. It's a good deal. Chris Fermani is in the lead on Akbar there. All right, Luke X-Wing complete. That's a beauty. He just sold. We're going to get him shipped out of here. All right, let's see what we got. We've got the Stormtroopers done. Where am I? Admiral Akbar, AFA 85. Mr. Fermani's in the lead at 125. Adrian Coates in the lead on the TIE Fighter pilot, AFA 75, TIE Fighter pilot at 112. Letter C is nothing because it just sold. And then letter D is Gonk, Power Droid, CAS 85. His starting bid is 125. And Mag Magazine is at $5. How about a Yoda? YODA Yehuda. Oh, he's a beauty. Beauty of Yoda, complete. Very nice condition. Got some minor knuckle scratches. It was really nice, Yoda. Take me home, you will. Starting at $1. Complete Yoda. $1 holler. Okay, let's call this, and we'll get you out something else here. Mad Magazine's going to sell for $5 to Mr. Casey Blevins. That is the Star Wars Mad Magazine for $5. Crazy lettery. Going once, going twice, going thrice. Sold to Mr. Casey Blevins. Aaron Schallender starts us off with Yoda at 50 bones. Complete Yoda there, $50. George Kaufman, too late. It's already at $50. What was that? That. Mad Magazine. Let me see what else I got here in the weirdo bin. There's bins for weirdos. My Terrific Book with Color Stickers, 144 pages. It's a coloring book. I don't see stickers. It says over 30 stickers, but I don't see... Oh yeah, there they are. There is one sticker missing. I don't know what it was. But it has the other stickers, which is cool. That's a cool Boba Fett sticker. Yoda coloring book, 144 pages, unused. Darth Vader. I'm Darth Vader. I'm Leia Bespin. Hello, Darth Vader. I don't know you're my dad yet. I don't know I'm your dad yet either. Oh, how horrible. We need Maury Povich. So there you go. You can play yourself. Start off at $1. My Terrific Book to Color with Stickers. Yoda, Wisdom of Warriors. That's what the book is called. So if you'd like to bid on Crazy Letter E, Yoda, Wisdom of Warriors, get yourself a coloring book. You got something to do this weekend. Color, color, color. Get yourself some, I'd say some colored pencils, but I think the best route is crayons. Brian Jones, 55 on C. What's letter C? C is that Yoda right there. $55 on Yoda. Y-O-D-A, Yoda. We got $3 on E, $3 on E. Alright, folks. We've got Admiral Akbar, AFA 85. Christopher Monty is in the lead at 125. Adrian Coates in the lead on the TIE Fighter pilot, AFA 75 at 112. Yoda complete, Brian Jones is in the lead at $55. That letter D, Gonk, CAS 85 grade Gonk Power Droid is only at 125. And Aaron Schallender is in the lead on the Yoda coloring book at $3. Ooh, $1 here will not be enough, Lyle Jones. Not today. Aaron's in the lead at $3. Also, remember, I'm going off sold listings on eBay with all of these, so it's literally cheaper than as cheap as you can possibly buy it, is where my starting bid is. Like, for example, the cheapest one of these to sell on eBay, well, I just looked. It was, what, $189, and it's only at $125? That's a steal, and eBay will hit you with tax as well. So we're going to let them spin. Feel free to ask me any questions about me, about the IC, about ICCC, about IC for Life, about IC Charity, about IC Roadshow, about the Imperial Commissary Art Gallery, or the video game page that no one uses, but exists. $126 on Gonk. Lyle Jones took that doll hair from letter E and slapped it on Gonk. I like it. Lyle Jones in the lead on Gonk, Gonk, Gonk. Power drive, Gonk, Gonk, Gonk. Gonk, 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 Gonk. Gonk, 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 Gonk. Gonks are fun. My wall is fun. There's so many fun things on my wall. I got a Wade Boggs card that changes like color form or whatever. I don't know what it's called, but it's cool. Lyle Jones in the lead at 126 on Gonk. We got Brian Jones in the lead at $55 on Yoda, complete letter C. Mike, who will the Jets' next QB be? I don't know. I haven't really looked at who the oldest, most decrepit, useless QB left in the National Football League is, but that guy will be in a Jet uniform. Don't you worry. Yeah, let's find out right now. Who is the oldest quarterback in the NFL? Question mark. Aaron Rodgers. No, that's the guy we did have. Hold on. Who are the 5 oldest? There we go. Nick Folk. Isn't he a kicker? I think he's a kicker. Who is the 2nd oldest quarterback in the NFL? Joe Flacco. I hope you enjoy Jets Green, because it's where all great quarterbacks that once were go to die. Joe Flacco is my guess, Lyle Jones. What do you think? Dak Prescott, he's way too young. His name is Dak. Yeah, look, Alan Krebs knows. We're going to get Flacco, the stupid quarterback that was dumb enough to bust his ankle before the playoffs on a skateboard. Like a 2-year-old without a $50 bazillion contract. He sounds like Jets material. We got Geno Smith. We got the young one. He got his jaw broken. Mark Sanchez. Chad Pennington. Ugh. The last good Jets quarterback was my man. Ken O'Brien. That's who was the last good Jets quarterback. I got a Ken O'Brien football card here, as a matter of fact. Jets fan, true and true, baby. Yeah, buddy. Ken O'Brien, New York Jets. There you go. Did they just have Flacco? I don't think they had him, did they? I don't think Flacco was on the Jets. Maybe he was for like a week, but I don't think so. All right, we got that Yoda coloring book at $3. We got Gonk at $126, Yoda at $55, TIE Fighter Pilot at $112, and Admiral Akbar at $125. Man, I hate putting these starting bids on them because they're going for exactly what the starting bid is. And I know that starting bids is at least like 20 to 30% under what the price should be. So you're killing me, folks. Can we get a couple bidders on something? Let's get something else out here. What we'll do is we're going to call this Admiral Akbar. He's been out there the longest for $125 for Mr. Fermani. Chris Fermani. Going once on Akbar, AFA 85, Admiral Akbar for $125. Write it down. You ain't going to see it again. Going once, going twice, going thrice. Chris Fermani, congratulations, man. That's a good eye there, bud. Yeah, there you go. Joe Flacco played for them in 2020. There you go. I was unaware. I don't think I have any diecast, buddy. We sold that one there last week. What was that? Admiral Akbar? Congratulations, Fermani. That's a good deal, bud. He's good deal. Yeah, there you go, Brian says. He's good deal. Yeah, no text. Don't forget. What do we want there? You said Darth Vader, right? I got 2 Darth Vaders. One is a UKG, one is a CIS. Let's read about them. Hong Kong split COO. Do you know what that means? And this one's a 2-line, so I don't know. Let's start off with the UKG one. It's an 85%. And the CIS is an 85 plus, so we'll start the CIS at more than whatever this one sells for. Since it is a Darth Vader graded in 85, I don't have to put a minimum bid on this. It's Darth Vader, it's going to go for the price. So we're going to start that off at 50 bucks, just because it's graded. It's a UKG 85. It says the figure is an 85, the paint's an 85, and the cape is an 85, so straight 85s. This is a GMFGI Hong Kong split COO. If you're a Vader fan and know what that means, feel free to enlighten us all. But it is notated as a split COO Darth Vader. I'm trying to get it to zoom in there. There we go. See, split COO Darth Vader. Figure 85, paint 85, cape 85, 85% all the way through. There he is. The man himself in fantastic condition. 85 grade Vader, starting at 50 bucks, which is less than it costs to grade these things, which I just found out. Did you know it costs like 80 bucks to grade a carded figure? I did not know that. But it does. Okay, maybe just this person demands to see the dewback. We demand the dewback! Is it missing the tip of the lightsaber? No, it's right there, man. It's in perfect condition. It's just hard to see with the glare. But it's there. Ooh, yeah, here. Cancel out the glare. See? It's got a tip. Alrighty, Adrian Coate, 52 bucks on Vader. Never mind, I see it now. Lyle Jones, 100 bucks on Vader. Brian Campbell, not enough. Brian Jones, not enough. We're at 100 bucks on Darth Vader. Do you prefer one grading company over another? Any difference in value? Okay. That's a loaded question, but I will answer it. Are you ready? I'm going to drop some grading knowledge on you, at least as far as what I have gleaned over the years of collecting Star Wars toys. AFA is the industry standard. It's the oldest one that's been around the longest. The only problem really with AFA is you got to check when it was graded, because in the beginning AFA was way more lenient on their grades than they are nowadays. So an 85 that was graded in 1997 is a completely different looking item than an 85 that was graded yesterday. So definitely look into when the grade was done, how old it is. If it's a single grade where they don't write the pluses and near mint plus and all that stuff, where it's the really old grade, I've seen some of those that they don't look like a 70, but they're graded a 90. You know what I mean? So always check with AFA, because they have been around so long that happens. Also, they did a lot of the growing pains for grading companies, so there are some mistake AFAs. For example, a lot of the Palatoy AFA graded Boba Fett's or AFA graded Palatoy Snow Troopers are fakes. They're Toy Tonys. And they're graded a 90, and they never made that right, which is kind of a bummer. They also used to grade Luke Stormtroopers with whatever blaster. Now they only grade Luke Stormtroopers with the black blaster. So there's things like that you have to watch out for with AFA, but it is the industry standard, and it does have a little increase in price. Next, I would say, is CAS, just in America. CAS is very highly sought after in America because their cases end up being really pretty. I mean, if you just look at it, their case there for Gonk, with the 2 rings, and the pins, and the this, and that ring for its antenna, I mean, that Gonk isn't going anywhere. Whereas you look like an AFA grade, until they started, like, kind of ripping off the same exact case. But you start with an AFA grade, and this is even the nicer, newer ones, but they use these pegs that hold the figure in, and lots of times those pegs break off that back. It happens constantly. Also, I don't really love the way they put so much plastic on the figure. Like, if this wasn't a TIE Fighter pilot, imagine it being a Boba Fett or something. Think of how much acrylic would be touching where there's paint and stuff like that. Whereas CAS has done really, really good at kind of staying away from any of the paint on the figures. Even look at the way, like on the Gonk for his feet, okay? Look at the way that circular bar is away from the paint on the feet. So it's not going to scratch your gonk over the years, even if it was a little bit loose and made that little bit of grated rattle. Let me find an older one. Give me a second. But before they started making here. See, this Lobot's a bit older, and they used to just do tape. This is an older AFA case, okay? And AFA, that's why I'm a big fan that CAS came into existence, because before CAS came into existence, AFA could put out the same exact product, not care, and there was no other option, okay? This is what an AFA was before CAS came to market. They would tape the blaster there, and they would just kind of jam the figure in the other side. So the support bars behind this figure, you know, if it had a lot more paint, it would be terrible. But it also, listen. And the reason why is because it's not a good case. Just not to be that guy, but it's just not a good case. Look at the separation between that Lobot and those pieces of acrylic on the back. Like, it's a ton of space. Look. See that? You can see it there pretty good. So there's those kind of things to think about. And then UKG is just for Europe. It's a grading company out of the UK, hence UKG. And if you're in Europe, I mean, just between taxes and shipping and this, that, and the other, it's way more efficient to go with UKG. Now, AFA, most money. This is for straight grades, okay? So 85s all the way across. AFA 85, most money. CAS 85, less money, kind of equal to UKG 85. But I really think that the reason for that is because UKG is mostly a European one. So in America, it's not as valuable because it's just going to be a UKG and a collection of AFAs or CASs. So it loses a little bit there. But also, CAS is a lot younger, so it loses a little bit there. So the reason why AFA does have the highest tier price, the highest value in America, is because it's been around the longest, and it's the most well-known. But also, you know, you have a marketing department for 20 years, it changes the game. CAS will get there eventually, and they do make pretty cases, and that's why they'll be around a long time. I mean, just look at the work that went in on that Power Droid, and that just happened to be something up there. It's not like I picked that out special. But, like, that's in there, and it's nice, and it's not touching any paint. You know what I mean? They make the best cases, for sure, by far. And UKG's cases are kind of like the oldest cases out of all of them. It just, I don't know. To me, they just, like look old and big and clunky, you know? All right, let's see where we are. A, 130, 130 on A, 135 on A, 140 on A. I prefer CAS and how they do. Well, you didn't talk about customer service. CAS tries their very, very best at customer service. You can never be 100% at customer service. And I'm not trying to pitch CAS. But AFA, shoot, since Marcy left, I haven't been able to get a human being on the phone at AFA. I can email some of them because I know them all, but AFA was never one for picking up the customer service calls. CAS is. They try their best with that. I mean, even if, you know, it's not the answer I want, they always pick up the phone. And then UKG, I can't tell you how their customer service is. I've never called UKG customer service. It's like, I don't know, owning a Reliant Robin in Texarkana. I mean, you're not going to find a mechanic. But CAS, they really try their best, but they also try their best because they're in an emerging market. They're trying to break into a market. And they have done a really good job, but they try their best. They try to make the best cases they can. They try to do the best on the grading labels they can. And everybody's going to make mistakes. It doesn't matter who it is. I mean, I make mistakes. Everybody's always cool, and I just fix them and replace whatever, but everybody makes mistakes. I mean, especially when you're doing such volume. So all three grading companies, you can find errors and mistakes. But you can find errors and mistakes on literally everything. I mean, I don't know. You ever buy like a candy bar that's like a little bit shorter than it should be? Or, you know what I mean? And those are like giant conglomerates. These are small businesses, no matter what way you cut it. No matter how big AFA actually is, 30, 40 employees, whatever it is, it still doesn't change the fact that that's a small business. I mean, they run it out of a warehouse. It's you know, it's not like it's in the Sears Tower or something. So, what is D at? Just got home. D is at... Gonk is at 126. It's a CAS 85 Gonk, 126. The Yoda is at $55. It is complete right there with Brian Jones. Yoda coloring book is at $3. 2 short candy bars, that's like all of them these days, for sure. What did I have? And it was filthy. Oh, you know what? Andrea likes those Christmas tree cakes over Christmas. So Christmas tree cakes, they're all smaller than they originally were. So they're all smaller. And they have one less cake. I think it's 5 cakes instead of 6. That's filthy. Like, what could possibly be in a Christmas tree cake? It's like 17 cents of sugar. It's crazy. It's crazy. But I think it's everything. I think it's inflation, and I think it's price gouging when it comes to that. So, I don't know. Grow your own tomatoes. They make better sauce anyway. CAS bubble protection is rad too. Yeah, their bubble protection system is pretty good. AFA did, I think, come out with not the vacuum formed one that CAS has. That's cool. But AFA did have like the thing. But you should have seen bubble protection back in the day, dude. It was like they were just like crazy glue, an extra piece of plastic inside the case, and it was like it didn't protect anything or hold anything together. It was just there. I was going to show you the bubble protection, but it's cool. It's like a whole piece that goes on it. But also, just from being the devil's advocate kind of thing, how do we know that that's going to be fine in 20 years? I mean, can you sit a piece of plastic on top of a card back for 20 years? Maybe. Possibly. Sure. I don't know. But can you? And they cost more. Who costs more? AFA does? I think AFA is a little bit more. But I think it's negligible, man. Like $5-10 bucks. AFA also takes longer. Yoda is at 55. Andrea knows. There you go. Alright, that Darth Vader Hong Kong split COO is only at 145. Fine, you're going to make me look up a Darth Vader so I can see if I can call it or if it got to a decent price. CS 85 Darth Vader. Oh, that's a UKG, right? Yeah, it's a UKG. UKG. No Christmas tree caves. There you go. What's up, Frankie? How you doing, buddy? Sold items. All right, 145, 156. How much is Vader at? 126. 140. Vader went to right where his price should be. So good job, Vader. We could call that Darth Vader if you want, but we could call something else if you want. Let's leave Vader up for a minute, see where he gets to. Let's call that Gonk, that power droid, for Mr. Lyle Jones at 126. 126, Mr. Lyle Jones on the power droid, going once, twice, 3 times, lady. So Joe Collins says 60 bucks on C on that awesome Yoda right there. Yoda complete, 60 bones. Now I'm craving those tree cakes. They're like crack. Yeah, I'm telling you, man. It's a zebra cake with green country sugar. What are zebra cakes? I don't even know. We got 65 bucks on C65. Congrats, Lyle Jones. That's a good deal, man. What do we say? Oh, we're doing the other Vader, right? Okay, this is a CAS 85 plus. So 85 plus is better than an 85. The way that actually works, you can see this one right there in the little number. I like that about CAS. It has an 89.1. So this got an 89.1 grade once they were done with doing all their grading things, right? 89.1 grade as opposed to a 90. It was 9/10 of a point off from a 90. So that's what earns it an 85 plus. So there you go. There's an 85 plus Darth Vader. I like this one a lot because he is graded with his lightsaber in his hand, and I think he looks friggin' awesome. But there you go. CAS 85 plus Darth Vader. And we're going to start him at 145 because that's what this one just sold for. And it's an 85 UKG, so therefore, as we just learned, definitely lesser in price than an 85 plus CAS in America. There you go. So we're going to call that Darth Vader there. Actually, you know what? Let's call the Yoda book. Yoda book going for $3 to Mr. Schounder. Going once, going twice, going thrice. Crazy lettery. Sorry to be a pita. Man, you know what I like? Chicken salad in pitas. I don't remember the last time I had a pita, but I like it. With chicken salad. Andrea, can we have chicken salad and pitas a day for lunch? I really want it now. Like with some lettuce. Like lettuce, pita, chicken salad. But not like a lot of lettuce, like just some lettuce on the top. Yoda book. What else do we have in the scary, scary bin? Mad Magazine, A Jedi Shall Not Know Anger Nor Hatred. Cover 1 of 2 for Attack of the Clones. There you go for all you crazy folks that like Mad Magazine. Ozzy Osbourne adopts you. Original price, $3.50 from 2022. Star Wars Edition, Mad Magazine. 2022 edition, excuse me. Okay, let's see what we said here. Brian Campbell starts us off at 150 on D. Lester Ang says 160. What up, Lester? How you doing, buddy? Graded Stormtrooper next? Yeah, sure, if I got one, brother. Egg salad in a pita? Gross. I don't like egg salad. Okay, I'll eat it next week, baby. But yes, if you could put that on the list, that would be cool. Sorry, what is on B? B is only at $112. It's a AFA 75 TIE Fighter pilot. Aaron Coate is in the lead on that. So that's an AFA 75 grade TIE Fighter pilot. It's at $112. Steal of a deal. Casey Blevins, E at $1. Massey Michael, he beat you by a second. Massey Michael takes over $2 on Lettery. Crazy Lettery. All right, we're going to call the UKG 85 Darth Vader. Going once at 145 to Mr. Brian Campbell. Going twice to Brian Campbell. Going thrice. Brian Campbell, 145. UKG 85 Darth Vader. Show me somebody else blowing out 85s like me for killer deals. They don't exist. Brian Campbell, you done good, buddy. Congratulations. We got $4 on E. $4 on E. Casey Blevins takes over. Oh, Stormtrooper A. There we go. AFA 80 plus Stormtrooper. And it's like a brand new one because it has the laser cut blaster holder. That's what I'm saying. Here's a brand new one, okay? This is my problem with AFA. You ready? There. Do you know what I mean? And like this is recent because look at the blaster. So, but whatever. I guess if you're, you know, if you're Coca-Cola, you can make Coke Zero and people still drink it. But not banging on AFA, they make a good product. But did you see the way it just fell? Like, there's no reason. I mean, if CAS can make cases where they have circular U-rings that go around Gonk's antenna, there's no reason for a basic Stormtrooper to not have a case that fits properly. But luckily, Stormtroopers have paint in all the right places, so it doesn't matter. It's not going to scratch him up. He is in there safe. That's an 80+ grade, near mint. Stormtrooper, AFA graded. I'll bid on it if you stop shaking it around. That's the thing. It's going to shake in shipping and everything, man. But it's not like... That's how every single one is. It's like... It's not like unique to this particular AFA Stormtrooper. That's like every single one. And I don't know why that's acceptable. I mean, it's 2025. If I could get laser cut freaking stickers to wrap my car, there's no reason you can't laser cut a plastic case. Or at least have different measurements for different figures. I mean, I don't know. Because we were talking about... Because currently I own this, and we were talking about the price of things. I mean, right now, if I wanted to, I could shatter this open. I own it. It's mine. If it becomes yours, you can tell me not to shake it. But until then... It's an 80+ grade Stormtrooper. Dude, I didn't case it. It's crazy glued in there, man. They did that before it got to me. All I'm doing is moving it around. It's not a tambourine. Somber music fits it perfectly. Stormtrooper 80, AFA 80+. I didn't put a starting bid. Watch out, Jack in the Box. They'll ban you for that, buddy. I know you're just joking, though. But watch out. AFA 80+ Stormtrooper. But I mean, if you can laser cut a thing that'll fit a blaster perfectly, you're telling me you can't laser cut something that'll fit a Stormtrooper? Like, if you can make that thing that's holding the blaster, why is the Stormtrooper held on with 2 pegs and 2 bars, 4 bars, 6 bars? Bunch of bars. Makes no sense to me. I don't know if I'm available, brother, but I will let you know. I'll have to ask Andrea about my schedule. But yeah, I don't care. Alright, AFA 80+ Stormtrooper. 80. Sold. I don't know, just bid on the Stormtrooper. You get it up to the price. It's an 80 grade, 80+. $175, $225, $194. So let's start it off at $175. They go for $175, $225, and $194. Let me check out the $175. And look, the $175 is only an 80. So yeah, we're started off at $175. This one is an 80+. So it starts off at $175. I do not want to start a business grading figures. I have no desire whatsoever. What we got here is a failure to communicate. Jack in the Box, I'm starting it off at 175, buddy. So you'd have to come up $75 if you're keen. It's cheaper than the cheapest 80 is sold on eBay in the past 3 months. Not 80 plus, just 80. And dude, it'll definitely shake like that in shipping. You should see how those things shake in shipping. You should see what they do with shipping boxes. They throw that thing across the freaking room, man. Yoda, $70. We got $70 on Yoda. Joe Collins in the lead. Chitwood, what we have here is a TIE Fighter pilot at 112. Aaron Coate is in the lead. We have a Yoda at $70. Joe Collins is in the lead. We have Brian Campbell in the lead on this Darth Vader at 161 CAS 85 plus. It's like 0.7 of a point off from a 90. And this 80 plus grade Stormtrooper is a starting bid of 175. I just put it up. Joe Collins, $70 on C. Jack in the Box, got it. Thanks, buddy. Mad Magazine, $4. Cloud car pilot complete and loose. Do not think so. I got a cloud car pilot with his blaster, but I do not have a comlink buddy. No comlink, just blaster. The TIE Pilot is graded 75. AFA 75, Chitwood. Graded without the net. What does that mean, brother? What does that mean, Hubert? Graded without the net, sir. Oh, C-3PO, duh, sorry. Nope, I sold the C-3POs already. I do not have any C-3POs graded. Net or otherwise. Nets or sans nets. Yeah, no worries, buddy. Daniel Neal, 175 on Letter A. Letter A, 175. That's an AFA 80 plus Stormtrooper. TIE Fighter pilot AFA 75 is at 115. Yoda complete. I think I'm going to call that one. Joe Collins is in the lead at $70. Brian Campbell is in the lead on the CAS 85 plus Darth Vader 161. I think that's a steal of a deal on one that is a what did I say it was? 89.1. So literally 0.9 of a point away from being a 90. It's a good one. Adam Chitwood takes over on D at 165. We got 175 on A, 165 on D. We got Mad Magazine rolling at $4 for Mr. Casey Blevins. That's good enough for me if it's good enough for you. Let's call that Mad Magazine. Going once, going twice, going thrice. It's mad, I tell you, Mad Magazine. Brian Campbell, 166 on Darth Vader. Adam Chitwood says 170. Coming on back. There was a something. Godzilla. Yeah, according to eBay, the only one of these I have found is up for $10,000. It's supposedly super duper rare. Feel free to look it up and make me an offer. I will sell it for extremely a lot less than $10,000.
Just found this unbelievable sequin dress on eBay. From a seller who's probably a Vegas showgirl. So many good deals. Had to get these with the disco pants too. Then I was craving something.
Here's a Imperial Royal Guard pin.
Authenticated and everything. Thanks, Ken.
We're gonna make this a little package
Then I
here.
sold a pair of velvet flares to like a desert golf in Nevada. Last year I was on.
And a Luke Stormtrooper digital watch.
Yeah, eBay. It's the place for new, pre-loved, vintage, and rare fashion.
There you go, letter E. A New Hope watch.
When Google Fiber launched 1 gig internet, some people said, what would you even do with them? Then our customers did a whole lot. So we launched 2 gig. I don't even have to think about it. And then 5 gig.
I have no worries about the bandwidth.
And
We're testing 20 gig right now.
what you want to do
think
won't
I
slow
have.
down. So we'll keep speeding up. Going beyond fast. Going
Does anybody do these? They have a value.
out if your address is eligible today at
Does anybody answer those?
fibercable.com.
Got a Godzilla book. That's random. Nothing to do with Star Wars though. I don't know, let's sell this and then I'll put out something different for the next one. So that'll go for a few bucks. Watch. Watches for Burger King re-releases. Well, there you go. Patrick Cost. Thank you, sir. Burger King watch. I think I have some of those. And they came in like tins, right? Somewhere I do. Where'd that do back at? Man, what are we gonna let me call something. Let's call that Yoda. We're gonna call that Yoda for 70 bucks. Going once on the complete Yoda, twice on the complete Yoda, thrice on the complete Yoda. Sold. 70 bucks. Adam Chitwood 185. We gotta duke it out on that 85 plus Vader. It's a beautiful piece. Y-O-D-A Yoda. Gotta go reach for the do-back. It's super far on the other side of the earth. Patrick Cost, tins, yes. What did I say? Tins? Tins. What'd you want? Do-back. Go back, go back, go back. Looks like his reins are intact. That's a good do-back. Reins are intact. It's a good do-back. His legs are super duper tight. This is actually a really, really great condition do-back. Like, look, he's not even scratched up. Never been played with. Reins are still good. Everything's still. He's in great condition though. Look at the paint. And his legs are super strong. Like super strong. Starting at $1. Great condition do-back. That's not really gonna fit. Hold on. There you go. Letter C. Burger King watches came in tins. Yeah, then I definitely do have them. What does that do-back do? He do-back his do-back. His do-back does. A do-back like a do-back does do-back what do-backs do. Pretty much just collecting dew on his back. It's kind of like his whole deal. Do-do-do. Massey Michael, $10 on E. We got $187 on D. We got a starting bid of $40 on that dewback, $50 on that dewback, $10, $45, $50. Patrick Koss is in the lead on that dewback. Still steal of a deal, so I'm sure there's a ton of bidding left. We got letter D is at 188, 188. It looks like everybody's leaving alone that TIE Fighter pilot. Mr. Chad Bordner, AFA 75 TIE Fighter pilot. It's only at $115, and I am about to call it next, so if you are keen, get on it. Toby Black says 55 on the dewback, but Aaron Schallender hops right in with 60. Okay, going once on that TIE Fighter pilot for Mr. Chad Bordner. Steal of a deal, Chad. You're going to crush it on that one, buddy. Going twice, going thrice at $115 for an AFA 75 grade TIE Fighter pilot. Sold! Alrighty, congratulations. And in that TIE Fighter pilot's place, we're going to put a 85 grade Near Mint Plus Orange Snake Light Green Loose Action Figure Hong Kong Yoda. Now the loose Yoda just went for $75, but this one is an 85 grade. This is an AFA 85 Yoda. Feel free to go look it up. I'm going to start it at $50 just because it's a Yoda and it'll go for the price it's worth because Yoda is an extremely popular character. Orange Snake, Light Green, AFA 85 Yoda. They don't get any better than that, unless it's a 90, but even then, it's negligible in my personal opinion. And look, that case is good. He doesn't rattle in there. AFA 85 Yoda. Near Mint Plus, NM Plus. Starting at $1. We got $100 hairs by Toby Black. Adam Chitwood comes back at $125. I guess I wasn't the only one that wanted to dewback. Man, if the reins aren't broken, it seems like everybody comes out to play for dewback. It's still super cheap, actually. I think the last dewback we sold with reins that were complete, it was like $125 or $145 or something like that. This one's only at $80, so it's still a deal. Alrighty, now, what do we at? Has anybody been on this stuff here? $10 hairs. Massey Michael's in the lead. We're going to call that for Massey Michael. We're going to get you out something cool there. I don't know what yet. We got a 130 bid on Yoda, 130 bid, 125 bid, 150 bid on Yoda, 150 bid. Aaron Romine in the lead. Brian Campbell takes right over at 155. Show me you're alive. Going once, twice, 3 times on letter E. So for $10 hairs. Massey Michael, the craziness on letter E. Check it out now. You never know what's going to come up. Anybody need any paperwork on letter E? Any crazy vintage paperwork? Anybody looking for anything specific? Sold. Aaron Romine, Aaron Schallender is in the lead on C at $85. Brian Campbell is in the lead on B at $155. Alrighty, let's see here. What did I just say? Something on letter. How about an unused or used Millennium Falcon sticker sheet that has some of the Falcon stickers still on it right there? But if you want to complete your boxed Millennium Falcon, you probably need one of those. Starting at $1. Can't go wrong. Counter employee paperwork? Not really, brother. Not for sale anyway. If you're looking for weird paperwork, Chitwood, here, go look this up, dude. Hold on. Chitwood, check this out. Go look this up. It is super rare. Collection of 10 prints by Gene Day. The only one I can find on eBay they want $10,000 for, which is bonkers. But this is the first ever artwork for Star Wars ever made. 1977. It was right after the film came out. A guy made this. So the first fan art, the first production booklet, whatever. But it was Vanheim Press. And so there you go. Go check that one out, Chitwood. If you want weird paperwork, that's weird paperwork, dude. And seriously, there's some guy with the only other one I ever seen on eBay, and he has $10,000 on it, which is an insane price. I mean, I'll do a heck of a lot less than that, obviously. Way less than half of that. But still, it might be a really weird one if you're keen on really weird paperwork, brother. All right, Aaron Romine, $90 on C, B at 165. We got Matthew Michael, 1 on E, 5 on E. Patrick Cost, we got C at 95. We got E at $2. Brian Jones. Brian Campbell comes on back on B with 170. 170 on that Yoda. AFA 85 Yoda. That's a darn nice Yoda. That Dewback Complete is at $95 right now. $95. Oh, and it's 6:36. Let me holler out for my help. Chad! You around, buddy? Brian Jones, $2 on E. This is a heck of a piece if you need it. If you have a Box Falcon missing the sticker sheet, $2 is bonkers cheap for what that is. So get on it if you're looking. I'd love to bring you out some other items. I mean, See, this book right here is where I put paperwork I don't need to use. So, like, literally everything. Whoa, whoa. Something to think about. Oh, I got a Wicked cell over there. You must Wicked. Okay. Chad, here's what's going on. All this stuff is on sale. I don't really know when it's going to end, and that's at $5 with Patrick Cost. So you can do whatever you want. I don't care. I mean, obviously, let the graded to get to wherever the graded go, but... Alright, everybody, Chad's got it. And the Dewback I just put up, so it's good. Let's get it.
Hello, everyone. So I got 100 on C from Chris. Hey, Casey. How are you? How much is C? C is the Dewback. The complete Dewback is at $100 right now. There you go, Andrew. So everything on the table as it is now. Let's get all new stuff up. Hey, Chad Bordner. How are you? How many of you people are coming this year to the convention? Do I finally get to meet everyone? Good evening. What's the Dewback at? The Dewback is at $100. David. So we'll go through everything right now. Let's see. A, the Stormtrooper, which is an AFA 80 plus, is at $175. B, which is Yoda, the AFA 85 with the orange snake, and light green is at 170. C, the Dewback is at 100. The letter D, the Vader, which is a CAS 85 plus, it's at 188. And then the Millennium Falcon sticker sheet, which here is on E, which has a couple stickers left, it looks like, on there. That's at $5.
For most people, HPV clears on its own, but for those who don't clear the virus, it can cause certain cancers.
Here's that Vader.
Gardasil 9 is a vaccine given to adults through age 45 and will protect against certain HPV-related cervical, vaginal, vulvar, anal,
What is this ad we're
and certain
listening
head and
to?
neck cancers, such as throat and back and mouth cancers, and genital
Can't get there
warts.
to skip it. There we go. Get to focus. I keep getting the reflection from the monitor on there. So they get that. It's better. There we go. You can read that, right? So there's that beta. That's letter D. Right? Yeah, beta was D. Nice. Everyone's calling their own auctions now. Who needs me? We got 175 on B. We got the Falcon sheet, letter E, $10 on E. Hey Kenny, how are you today? Any requests? Anything anybody's looking for? Let's see what we can find over here. Ooh, what's that? This is something special. It says special right here. I don't know what's special about it. Never seen that before. A Prince. What else do we got? Ooh, we got Life Godzilla. All right, let's see. Everyone went quiet all of a sudden. So 175 on A, B's at 175 as well, C's at 100, D's at 188, and E is at $10. I'm trying to find something to put up on E. I don't know. Oh wait, he said the sticker sheet just went up, or the dewback just went up. I don't know, one of the two. Dewback reins are not broken. I don't believe so. Let's double check. Nope. They look good to me. Oh, there we go. Let's get it all in frame. So yeah, they're all good. And that's 180 on B for the Yoda.
Captain America, symbols unite us, but the threats we face show no signs of.
They are not. Okay. All right, guys. Mike's back. Have fun. Enjoy.
What's up, everybody? Chad, this looks just like what I left you with.
Yeah.
Alrighty, let's see where we're at, everybody. Stormtrooper AFA 80 Plus is at 175 with Daniel Neal. Mr. Jacobson is in the lead on Yoda AFA 85, 180. We got George Kaufman in the lead on the Dewback at 105. Darth Vader CAS 85 is at 188. And the Millennium Falcon sticker sheet is at $10. Still got some stickers on there if you need them for your cockpit. Hey, it's Mike. What up, Casey? How you doing, bud? I had this box of micro stuff. There it is. We're going to sell some micro stuff later, so I can get rid of this box. What do you say? Does anybody need stands? That's beat up land speeder. That's pretty nice, but it doesn't have. C at 110, Chris for money. 110 on C. Alright, which one hasn't had an increase in a bit? I think we're going to call that Stormtrooper, everybody. 175 on the Stormy. Let's call it Stormtrooper. It's at 175. It's an AFA 80 plus Stormtrooper. I think that's actually a really good deal. Is that too cheap? Aren't they like $200? Whatever. Letter A, Stormtrooper, going once, going twice. AFA 80 Stormtrooper, going thrice. 175. Sold! No, the Dewback's reins are not broken. Stormtrooper, congratulations. Good deal. How about a Luke Jedi? This one says 350 on it. It's actually a really nice piece. It's a CAS 85 Luke Jedi, Luke Skywalker Green Saber Jedi Knight outfit, no COO, one line LFL. So it's a no COO Luke Jedi, 85 grade, and it's in that exploded case, which is freaking awesome. Obi-Wan graded? Yeah, I think I got one. I don't think I have a Farm Boy graded. I think I've already sold it, bud. I brought you guys a complete set of graded, so I'm kind of just chipping through it, you know? Yeah, Dewback's reins are good, and his legs are super tight. Crazy tight for a Dewback. Yeah, the windshield on the land speeder is super dangerous. Super dangerous. I'm going to start off Luke at, I don't know, $5. He's going to go for a fortune. He's a Luke in an exploded case. They go for a lot of money. So it doesn't matter what I start him at. Luke Jedi Knight takes care of himself. Alright, we're going to call this set of Millennium Falcon sticker sheets for Mr. Sean Barrow at $10. We're going to call it going once for $10, going twice for $10, going thrice for $10. Sean Barrow, you got a heck of a deal there, buddy, but I'm sure you could use it. So enjoy Millennium Falcon sticker sheet. Alright, I got something fun for letter E. The Return of the Jedi Quiz Whiz. It's got all 3 books, Return of the Jedi, Empire Strikes Back, and Star Wars. Tiger Electronics. It did work, but let me make sure. Needs 3 AA's. Let's see if I have 3 AA's. Oh, I do. Let's see if they're charged or whatever. Twin car, cloud car, sticker sheet. I'm not sure. I think I have the instructions for it, but not the stickers. I'll put an eyeball on it for you. But I actually did just find a bunch of, yeah, still works. Let's do one of the questions here. But it's got all 3 books. Star Wars, Empire Strikes Back, and Return of the Jedi. Let's pick out an Empire Strikes Back one here. Completely random. So you do 435. Enter. What does Yoda do while Luke runs as part of his Jedi training? A. Yoda rides on Luke's back. B. Yoda plays with R2. C. Yoda encourages Luke from a distance. And D. Yoda stays home and eats. So we know it's A. Yeah, I got it right. See? Fun. So anyways, that works. I'm taking my batteries back, but that'll be crazy letter E. Super fun quiz whiz. And it has the cartridge and all, so it's good to go. It's actually really good if you want to play some Star Wars trivia. It's super fun. And still works completely. So that'll be fun letter E. Starting at $1. There's some pegs for the creature cantina thing. I think I have one of those at Andrea's store, so we shall see. A160, 155, 165, 200, 220. That one's rolling. Luke is rolling. Luke is at 220 right now. I also wonder what the handrails were made of in the Emperor's throne rooms. Lightsabers just bounce off them. Yep, sure enough. It's made out of that, what? It's got the helmet of the guy in Acolyte. D. Darth Vader, CAS 85 at 188. Am I calling that one, dear? That's the next one? I wasn't really paying attention. E. 25. $25 on E. Nick Groom's in the lead on that awesome quiz show. All 3 books. Alright, we are going to call Darth Vader at 188. He is a CAS 85 plus. I'm going to show him to you again because I think that's a steal of a deal. But we're going to call it. Oh, someone was asking. Has it been bid on recently? 85 plus. 85 plus. You know what? Maybe we'll call the dewback. Where's the dewback at? Let's call the dewback. Chris Fermani, so I can take it off the table. Going once on the dewback for Chris Fermani, twice on the dewback at 110, going thrice. Fermani sold. Sold! Congratulations, Chris. It's a really nice dewback, dude. Really tight limbs. Very good. Very good. Look at that. There's a sticker. Piece of a sticker. Alright, what do we need for there? Something fun. How about an AFA U85 grade Emperor mailer? Now, the regular Emperor mailer is worth like $100, so let's start it off at $100. U85 grade, the bubble is an 85, the box is an 85, and the figure is an 85. Or the box, the window, so The box is an 85, the W is window, so that means the plastic baggie is an 85, and the figure is also an 85. So that's a straight 85, U85 grade, so AFA opened this themselves in a hermetically sealed chamber. Probably not really, but it means uncirculated, that's what the U is for. So starting at $100, that's what a regular Emperor costs. Before you grade it, and I'm sure that kind of a graded case from the AFA will cost you $100, $150. Not to be that guy, but it's quite involved. I'm quite sure it's probably $100 plus. U means uncirculated. Back in the day, what used to happen is you could send in your items to AFA, and they would open them up for you. Happened a lot with mailer boxes, happened even a lot with carded figures, stuff like that. And they would give it a U grade. That just means uncirculated. It means nobody opened this except for AFA, and they put it in the case. We got 100 on C, 125 on C, 120 on C, so 125 is the leading bid so far on C. That's Aaron Romine. Jack in the Box takes over at 130. 130 on that U-grade Emperor. All right, next up, I'm going to call this Darth Vader. He's an 85 plus grade Darth Vader, and I'm calling him for $188 to Mr. Adam Chitwood. Chitwood, you got a deal there, buddy. Going once, going twice, going thrice, Darth Vader! Sold. I think we're going to have to let Yoda run for a little bit, because I'm pretty sure an 85 graded Yoda is worth a lot of money. But I will go look at eBay real quick and see what they sell for. Because maybe 180 is enough, but I don't know if it is. Let's see. Because it's an AFA as well, yeah? Yeah, AFA. 85 YODA. Well, it looks like they're going for about $200, so that's not bad. That's so funny that people pay that kind of money for an apple head Yoda. $1,000 for loose Yoda, graded apple head. People are amazing. Yeah, $225, $200, so whatever. Yoda's close. If you want to get in on Yoda, bid now or forever hold your peace. After I find something to put in Darth Vader's place, I'm going to call that Yoda. So you want to get in there? Get in there. How about a monster truck? How about a Taiwan Boba Fett? Dark belt, dark green chest, Taiwan Boba Fett. 80 plus Boba. Now Boba's another one, he'll just get to whatever price he's supposed to get to. That is a CAS 80 plus, not an 80, an 80 plus Taiwan Boba Fett. Taiwan Boba Fett, that's going to be letter D, starting at $1. Applehead Yoda, it's just like a dark green color. So people call it Applehead, like sour apple or whatever, like apple candy would be that color. But it's like one of those variants that wasn't a variant till it was a variant kind of variant. Then people started being like, Applehead Yoda, and now I don't know. Now it's worth 3 times more than a regular Yoda. Who knows? George Kaufman says 160 on C. Aaron Romine says 175 on C. A lot of action going on C. We got that Luke Jedi CAS 85 with the green saber in the exploded case at 220. Very nice. That is an 85 grade Luke Jedi. Get in on that if you want. In the exploded case. And he's also a no COO Luke Jedi, so he's no COO. Overseas variant, most probably Palatoy. I'm not a great guesser when it comes to Luke Jedi, but no COO means it ain't from here, because we got to have a COO in America. Except for some random, at the end of the line, Ewoks that were made in Mexico that ended up here. What cape is on Luke? How does one tell? Do you know? Here, I'll just try to get you a good view of it, Brian. I don't know, dude. I don't know anything about Luke Skywalker. He's not my favorite character. I think R2 is much more important than Luke. There you go. Can you see that cape? It's not a snap cape, if that's all you're looking for. Tell me if you want any other shots of that, and I'll let you know. It's not a snap cape. If that's all you're looking for, it is a stitched cape. It's not snap. Yeah. But I think... Oh, I gotcha. Yeah, no, if you were just looking for snap... Even I know that variant. I thought you were like, is it the green one, or the gray one, or the kind of orangish one, or... Because I know there's different colors with Luke Jedi capes. So I don't know. But I don't know what they are. Alrighty, we are at $25 on the Quiz Whiz, working with 3 books. Get in your bids on that because I'm about to call it. Ooh, Sean, I was looking for a Cloud Car sticker sheet, right? Cloud Car sticker sheet's got to be real tiny, right? It's got like 3 stickers, 2 stickers, 5 stickers. Cloud Car instructions. I do not have a Cloud Car sticker sheet. Got a Transform. Isn't that Megatron sticker sheet? Who knows Transformers? Is that Megatron sticker sheet? I kind of think it is. It's a pretty good sticker sheet if that's Megatron's. I do not have an X-Wing one. Sorry, buddy. We got D at 100, C at 180. We're going to call this Quiz Whiz here for Nick Groom's Quiz Whiz at $25. Going once for Nick, going twice for Nick, going thrice for Nick. So that's super fun, Nick. You're going to dig that, man. It's like super fun to play with and fun trivia. I like it a lot. So, congratulations, bud. There we go. I had something to put up there. Ooh. Like some kids are or something. Alright. An Ewok cell of Wicket, the Ewok with his original line art. And it's a 2-part cell. There's his mouth. And his line art. So you got 3 parts. Oh, actually, is that backwards? Because there's another one back here, so I don't know. It might just be the inverse side of it. But anyway, it's original from the Ewoks cartoon. Oh, alright. It got stuck to him a bit. It got stuck to the paint. That's why he doesn't have the face on the front. But still, you put these on top of each other. I'll show you how this works. But they make the line art, and then it goes over to the painters, which paint it. There you go. And then this is a cool piece because it's the third piece, and it's his mouth. And just tap it down there and line it up, and bam, you got yourself a fully painted Ewok cell. These are from the actual cartoon. These are legit and original, starting at $1, letter E. So that's a 3-part Ewok cell. Usually that would, if I was pricing it, it would be $150 because you usually charge $50 a sheet. But I'm not pricing it, so we'll start it at $1. Go nuts. But it's a popular Ewok as well. I mean, even an Uncle Gundy's $50, but that's a Wicket, so he's special. All right, we got C at 180. Where are we at with everything? I'm going to read everything off to you. We got Aaron Romine in the lead on Luke Jedi, CAS 85 with a green saber and no COO at 225. We got Mr. Jacobson in the lead on Yoda, AFA 85 with the orange snake and light green Yoda at 180. That Emperor mailer, U85, so that's AFA U85 grade. It's only at $180. I think that's a steal. I think that case probably costs more than $180 from AFA. And then the Taiwan Boba Fett CAS 80 is at $100. That's insane. I will keep it up there and spinning until 8 p.m. because I ain't selling it for that price. That's a Taiwan Boba Fett. You can't even buy a loose Taiwan Boba Fett for $100. Not in that condition. And this one's in great condition. I mean, it's graded an 80 plus. And the Wicket cell is starting off at $1. It's at $20, $10, $20, 15, 25. Michael Massey is in the lead at $25. Hubert Host takes over on D at 120. That's 120. That's an 80 graded Taiwan Boba Fett. Let me go look it up. Recent prices. CAS 80 TAIWAN Boba. But that's cheaper than you could get a Hong Kong Boba Fett graded an 84. Yeah, an 80 grade Hong Kong Boba Fett, $225. This one's Taiwan. Hong Kong. Hong Kong. Look, these are all Hong Kongs. These are all Hong Kong Boba Fetts. They're at $259, $249, $259. I don't see a single Taiwan sold. Oh, there's one. Taiwan 247 with straight bids. Taiwan 379 with straight bids. 30 bids. Taiwan 300, and that's a buy it now or best offer on a UKG right there. So that's what I'm saying. That's at least worth $300, $350. Currently it's at 100, 120, 180. Is the Boba Blaster correct Taiwan? I don't know. Let's check it out. I can't see that at all. Hey, there we go. I get to tell you about this. Make sure you grab your IC Toys Nashville iLoop. Andrea will add one to your box. Just tell her. They cost $10. And for when people ask you, is the blaster correct? It's very easy to tell. Let me check it out. It's backwards. It's just a regular blaster. Here, I'll show you. It does not have the sharp edge of the version 5 that you're looking for. But also remember, if it was a version 5 blaster, it should be at $400. So, still cheap. Cheaper than a Hong Kong Boba right now. If I win an auction, I'll definitely throw that piece. Hey man, they're great. They're great. Wow, look at that. We got a spammer from Twitch. Man, Twitch is garbage. Why doesn't it have like Marcus spam or anything? Twitch. Pin post, click to reply. Twitch words. Whatever. Just ignore it. Alan Krebs, 230 on A. Yeah, not version 5. C at 198. 198, Brian Campbell. This Ewok cell is only at $25. It's a 3-part Ewok cell. I highly suggest you look into these. It's worth $50 a sheet. So for it being at $25, it's literally 1/8 of the price it should be. No, 1/9 of the price it should be. Currently. At $25. It's super cheap. I once had a UK graded Luke Stormtrooper that had the Taiwan Fett Blaster. It was only a 75 grade, so I busted them open. Dude, that Taiwan Fett Blaster is worth a fortune. It's crazy. I don't know why. Because, look, they used to grade it without it, man. Nobody cared about that, like, before COVID. Everybody sat home with their toys during COVID, and they started chipping away and finding new variants. Which I'm not saying that they're wrong. They're right. They did the legwork, but nobody cared 5 years ago, for the record. So, just be aware when you're searching through your graded items there. Jack in the Box takes over on the Ewok cell at $30. It's cheap. Ewok cell is cheap right now. We got that Emperor Mailer U85 at $215. Boba Fett Taiwan is at $180. At least we're creeping up to somewhere real, but you can't buy an AFA graded Taiwan or Hong Kong Boba Fett for that price. It's still way too cheap. We got to get at least another $50 on it. Something. 50, 25, 50, something. Just a little something. Can't go as far as much as a Hong Kong one, because a Hong Kong one would have the same blaster, and it's still not a Taiwan Boba Fett. Taiwan Boba Fetts are more expensive. Alright. We got Yoda. We're going to call that Yoda at 180, and I'm going to get something else up there for you. Yoda's going for 180 on Yoda. 180, going once, going twice, going thrice. Sold! Oh, I said it's a true variant. I'm just saying nobody cared 5 years ago. So a lot of them are incorrectly graded, or not incorrectly graded, but a lot of them have a different blaster than the Taiwan blaster. And it's not like they incorrectly graded them at the time. No one cared at the time. I mean, they used to grade Luke Stormtroopers with blue-black blaster. Well, like you said, one had a Taiwan blaster in it. But nobody cared about blaster variations 5 years ago. I blame Thomas Fagan. No, Fagan's awesome, and he did a great job finding new and interesting stuff about Star Wars toys. And that's hard to do 40 years later, so my hat's off to him. Making old dogs like me learn new stuff, you know, which is always fun. Hey, anybody keen on that probe droid? It's at $600, so I know it's crazy, but that's what they sell for on eBay. So if you're keen, I'll pull it out and put a $500 starting bid on it, so it's $150 less than it should be. But still, I'm not selling it for $50 or nothing. Alrighty, next up, how about a Murder Baron? Whoa, a 90 grade. This is a low gray. It's a 90 grade low gray. 90 grades are impossible, but they happen every once in a great while. So a 90 grade low gray. Uh-oh, Adam Chitwood found a new variant. The Boba? We're going to start him off at, let me look, because low grade doesn't go for the proper price. So we'll start him off at whatever a CAS 85 low grade goes for. And it's a 90, so that's obviously infinitely better if you do grading. CAS 85 low grade, 185, 145, 140, So let's call it, let's start it at 140 on the low gray, except this one is a 90 grade low gray. So we're going to start him at 140, but he is a 90 grade, so be aware. 90 grade low gray. Back in the 10s, it was all about the red bars and Pac-Man Yos. Yeah, sure enough. I remember when red bar became a variant. Nobody used to buy red bars for more money. And then all of a sudden it became a variant, and now like a red bar in perfect condition graded is like $700, $800. It's bonkers. But nobody, red bar wasn't even a thing. Nobody ever talked about it 10, 12 years ago. Maybe 15 years ago now. Gee whiz, I'm old. Been collecting Star Wars so long, you know. It's like when people put up those posts and they're like, Toy Story is 35 years old, and you just want to like reach through the screen and punch them. And be like, I'm not that old, dang it. Please grab the Obi next. I'm going to grab it right now, dude, so I can put it up. Sorry, man, it's hard to remember when you're going through all this stuff. There's Obi-Wan. He's an AFA 85 Obi-Wan, man. He's going to be worth a grip. But there you go. He's up. He's next. Yeah, orange hair Lukes. They used to be totally reasonable, like $200 reasonable. And now they're like ridiculous. Alright, A is at 240. Alan Krebs, 240 on A. That's Luke Jedi CAS 85 with the green saber and no COO. Boba Fett is too dang cheap at 180, folks. I ain't selling it. I'll buy it. I don't know how that works, but I'm definitely keeping it up to the end of the auction, and I will complain the entire time. It's too cheap for a Taiwan Boba Fett. I have to split. I won the first bid for tuna. Can I start a new box? Yeah, sure, of course, dude. Andrea ran it down. Brian Campbell, 125 on B. I'll PM you about a new variant I found. It isn't a boba, it's a droid. Dun dun dun. Uh-oh. Clear torso, 2-1B. 2-1B with the smaller mouthpiece and the bigger mouthpiece. What was the one I heard? There's one for FX7 where it has like a small claw, big claw or something like that. I don't know. Yeah, definitely PM me about it, bro. I always like learning. Starting bid on B is, yeah, 145. 145 is what an 85 grade sells for. This one's a 90, so it's got to be worth more than 145. But the starting bid is 140, so 150 will put you in the lead there, or 145, or 150, or whatever. But it's still super cheap, Brian. No worries at all, dude. No worries. It's hard with the starting bids because you got to hear it. Shoot, man, don't apologize. It just took me like 8 hours to find your Obi-Wan, and you asked me way at the beginning. I just kept forgetting. Brian Campbell hops on that 90 grade EV99 variant. Yeah, they're rough as there is. Isn't there an EV99 variant? I think it's something with the back, right? Like the where the COO is located or something? I don't remember. I thought there was a variant of EV99. I can't recall. I don't know what's going on. Alright, folks, I hate to let go of this Ewok Cell line art for $30. I mean, it's 3 pieces. Did I win Yoda? Yoda is definitely sold. Yep, you did. Yes, David Jacobson, you won Yoda. If the right arm is on or off. Yeah, I know, right? EV99 variants. Has to do with the arms falling off. That tracks. Alrighty, U85 Emperor is at 215. Boba Fett Taiwan CAS 80 Plus is at 180. The Wicked Cell is at $30. Luke Jedi is at 240. And Low Gray CAS 90 is at 145. Brian Campbell hops on E at $35. $35 on E. $35 on E. Alright, CAS 85 Luke Jedi. I gotta look at what they sell for here. $262, $270, $289. Yeah, so whatever, that's close enough. Alright, Luke Jedi I'm going to call now. He is at $240. Mr. Alan Krebs is going to win it. Good night, David Jacobson. Have a good night, buddy. What up, Arthur Lou? How you doing, bud? Hope you're doing well. We're going to call that Luke Jedi. He is a CAS 85 with a Grain Saber and no COO. He's at $240. Calling Luke Jedi right now. Going once on Luke. Going twice on Luke. Going thrice on Luke Jedi. Sold. Luke Jedi 85 for $240. Good deal. Alan Krebs going to take it down. We got Brian Walsh on C at $225. Luke, we're going to have company. Obi-Wan you wanted, right? How much is an 85 grade Obi-Wan white hair? Let's find out. AFA 85 OB white. $320 for sale. That seems kind of high. Hold on. Let me look at what they've sold for. $259, $275, $349. So they do go for that much. $519. That's insane for an 85 plus. What is this? This is just an 85. Alright, so we're going to start it off at $250. That seems to be way cheaper than the other 85s. Those are 85s right there. Recently sold. Mid-January. Starting bid is $250. Obi-Wan. Obi-Have. AFA 85. You want to open them, Alex. What's up, Alex? How you doing, buddy? Arthur Lou in the lead on C at 228. 228. Taiwan Boba Fett, $180, folks. Killing me. That's cheaper than a Hong Kong. Alright, that Ewok cell is only at $36. Steal of a deal on the Ewok cell. Emperor Mailer just went up to 230 with George Kaufman. That's an AFA U85 Emperor Mailer. U85. Got a CAS 90 low gray at 145. We got the starting bid for Obi-Wan Kenobi AFA 85 at 250. Taiwan Boba Fett's the one that's killing me, even worse than the Ewok, the Wicket Cell line art with Cell. I mean, it's 3-part Cell. It's at $36. 1-part Cell should be $50. Just so you're aware. That's alright, brother. Hang in there. That's the hook. George Kaufman, 230 on C. 230 on C. My son is mad that I'm not going to ICCC this year. He wanted to go back. I said possibly next year. He's like, but that's a whole year away. ICCC, man, it's a fun time. I do love it.
Quiet there, snore.
Quiet there, snore. The pillow. Calls it his second home. Nice, man. I love to hear that, bro. That makes my day, dude. Brian Walsh on the Emperor Mailer 240. 240 on that Emperor Mailer. CAS 80 plus Taiwan Boba Fett. That's so cheap, man. 180 bucks. Taiwan Boba Fett. Alright, what's been up there the longest? The thing that's been up there the longest is the thing that's still getting bid on, which is the Emperor Mailer. It's at 240. I can't pull the others, they're too cheap. I mean, the low grade I just put up there, and it's right at the starting bid. And it's a CAS 90. Boba Fett's too cheap. Just go look them up on eBay, it's too cheap. Emperor Mailer's still getting bids on. Obi-Wan is at a starting bid at 250, which is cheaper than the ones I've sold for that I just showed you on eBay. And the Wicket Ewok Cell Paint is only at 36 bucks. So you guys tell me if you need something else. If you're looking for a change, what do you want? You want me to pull down the Obi and put up something else? Obi's got no bids on it. The other ones have bids on them, so they're going to sell either way. $726. I don't want to look at the same four figures all night, you know. Thanks, Aaron. Appreciate it. 187 on D. Any one of you could bid 200 bucks for me, and I'll just keep the Taiwan Boba Fett, and you're not obligated to pay the 200 bucks. Because I don't care. It's a Boba. I keep it. There's always room for more Bobas. Thank you, Aaron. I appreciate it, buddy. Brian Walsh, 240 on C. 240 on C. Obi's got a little bit of scratching right there on his case. Check it. You can't really see it. So I don't know, it could come a little bit lower on the Obi. You cannot see it from where you are, but I can see it, and it's right here. It's a little bit of scratching. I'm trying to get the light to catch it right, but it's just not doing anything. So just so you know. Is C an archival case? How does one tell that? Doesn't it say archival? It would have a little extra sticker, right? I don't know. It's got the big hologram. I do not see the little tiny hologram that says archival. If it is a little tiny hologram on the big case like that, I don't know. Nope, it does not have the sticker next to the grade. I know the archival sticker you're talking about. So it does not. Actually, don't really see it on any of these. But I know what you're talking about, dude. It's like a little tiny hologram sticker that says archival. Oh, see it. Oh, goodness gracious me. Andrea just wrote me, my mom wants to bid on the boba for me. Mom, please don't buy me any Star Wars figures. I have lots of Star Wars figures, Mom. I love you. Thank you. I have so many Boba Fett's, Mom. I literally have a tower of them. I don't need it, but somebody will bid. We gonna see another Ewok at ICCC? I don't think so, man. We already got 2 Ewoks. How many Ewoks you want? When you get like 15 Ewoks and stuff, people don't get autographs from all the Ewoks. They pick the 2 they want. So I try not to oversaturate the Ewok market. 3 or more Ewoks? I don't know, man. Can you really have 3 or more Ewoks? Seems like an Ewok. A lot of murder bears in one room. I don't know. I could get another Ewok if you really want one. But I don't know. Wait till you see what else I release and see if you're good. Or if you want another Ewok. You could always snag an Ewok towards the end. Because there's some American Ewoks too. Jason McKee, what is E? E is a Ewok cell of Wicket, an original one from the actual Ewoks cartoon, and it's a 3-piece cell, man. It is so cheap right now. There's his mouth, there's his face, and there's the line art behind it. And the line art has stuck a little bit to the paint, so it looks like that behind it. But nonetheless, it all goes together. 3 sheets, all 3 matching sheets to make you a Wicket. It's a great piece, man. It is freaking dirt cheap. I have to have a special license for a gaggle of Ewoks. I claim her personal protector. Dude, Natalie Portman, she's a tough one, man, because she doesn't really like Star Wars. She doesn't like doing cons, and she's also, like, pretty freaking frou-frou. So, I'm aware of a couple people that I can talk with her, and I have tried a little bit, but it's not even like a number that she's offering. It's at $36, Jason. It's cheap. But it's not even like an offer for her. Like, even private signings for her, they're massively expensive. And those she doesn't have to actually interact with the fans. Not bashing on her in any way, but she doesn't really strike me as the kind of person that likes hanging out with fans of Star Wars. I don't think she's made any secret about that, actually. Jason McKee, $40. There you go, buddy. And her auto is too expensive and you have to pay extra to get first and last name. Why are people like that? Listen, alright. Folks, real talk, okay? Why do folks, and I don't mean, why do you people, no. But why are you willing to let a movie star who's a multimillionaire charge you more for the first and last name? Or charge you more for things that, like, take an extra 10 seconds of your life. Chetwood saw I just moved the stuff out of the way, so I'm doing real talk right now. But, I mean, I don't know. Is that fair? Is that fair? And people sometimes say, well, they're extremely popular, so they raise the price to try to ease the line. BS. They raise the price because they can raise the price. To ease the line, you could say, hey, we're doing 300 autographs today, and that's it. Buy them first, or they're sold out. That's how you ease the lines. They don't want to ease the lines. They want to put as many people in as possible. And when they're charging you $750 to write their autograph on a piece of paper or a lightsaber or whatever, that's bonkers. And then they come at you and they're like, oh, no personalizations. It's like, what? Why? You can't write to Mike? Like, that really cramps your hand too much? Is that another $150 because you can't handle writing to Mike? I hate that. I'm telling you, folks, I don't know. I don't ever want to be famous, but if I was ever famous, it's even if I did charge for my autograph, because I appreciate you charge for your autograph, it has a value, you should charge for it. You know what I mean? You want to go to shows. I think all guest stars should come, to go enjoy a town where they get an all expenses paid vacation, and all they have to do is write their name a few times, and they even get spending money for their vacation. You know what I mean? That's fine. You're a famous person, your autograph deserves whatever, fine. But when they're like, oh, well, you know, for me to sign an 8x10, it's $500. For me to sign an 11x17, when that drives me the most nuts. When it's like, for me to sign this piece of printed paper, it costs this much money. But for me to sign a slightly larger piece of paper, it costs another $200. It's bonkers. It's filthy. It's the dirtiest part of this game, and I absolutely hate it. And the only way it'll stop is if you stop giving them that money. But I know that's never going to happen, so whatever, do you. Enjoy your $750 autograph on a lightsaber, which means that Luke Skywalker will never come to our con. Because you know what? You got to come up with $1.5 million for him to even talk to you. But it's all for the kids. I've tried to be like, hey, you know, Mark Hamill, come out to my show. You could give all the autograph money to whatever charity you want. I am more than happy to limit it to one per person per ticket. We will limit it with ICCC security and make it nice, and you could do this for the fans. And maybe just sell the autographs for $200 a piece, but everybody gets one. So you can't get the people that are coming in to put it on eBay and buy 10 autographs. You get one autograph, and it's at $200, and all the money goes to, I don't know, IC for Life, or any other nonprofit. Whatever nonprofit he chooses, I don't care. Dogs for ice cream. Doesn't matter to me. But what I'm saying is, why can't you just do that once for the mom and pop cons? But they don't. You know what they do? They go to Informa convention after Informa convention after Informa convention, and they get their $750 in autograph, and they have lines and lines of people that are just more than happy to fork over the money and spend 9 hours in line to go supposedly see their heroes, but you're not. You're seeing some guy writing his name for $750. It's bonkers. Like, why doesn't it go through anybody's head that, like, without the $750, you're not even allowed to look at him? I'm sorry, but I don't know. I've got much respect for, you know, the William Shatners of the world who have kept their autograph at $80, $90 for their entire career. And I have less and less respect for... There's some people that I just, like, honestly, I'll be like, you're a great guest star, I'd love to have you. And then, like, my autograph's $175. And I'm like, dude, your autograph's worth, like, $60. Why you gotta be that guy? Wouldn't you rather sell 300 autographs at $60 instead of 20 autographs at $150? But it's like they don't do math. It's bonkers to me. So that's why I always try to get you fair deal guest stars at ICCC. But anybody who wants to throw me $1.5 million, I'll go get you Mark Hamill, and you can pay $750 for an autograph. I'm more than happy to do it. I would love the more attention it would get for the con, because it would. It would. There is a value to Mark Hamill, but that value quickly disappears if my bill is $1.5 million in a private jet and a suite at the Four Seasons for 5 days. You know what I mean? Anyway, that's the fun life of a convention promoter behind the scenes. You're essentially just telling all the people in media not to rip off the fans, and then some of them are super cool and don't, and those are the ones you contract. There you go. You could be a convention promoter too. Yeah, there's a couple actors that'll charge less if you personalize it, and I love those kind of actors, man. James Arnold Taylor was one of those. If you personalize it, it's cheaper, which is great. No person alive or dead I'd ever pay $700 for an autograph. I hear you, but you know what? It doesn't matter because he still sells out. So, what does it matter? People still pay it. But it's crazy. Everything is crazy. There's so many different things that are crazy. Some sneakers people buy for thousands and thousands of dollars. But that's okay because people are into sneakers, so I can't really pick on that. That's like a collectible thing. But I dare you to go and sell a Mark Hamill autograph that you paid $750 for $750 on the back end. You're never going to get it back. Ever. Just like sports to add SBXLI, it is... Oh, does it cost you more to add the Super Bowl number? That's filthy. XLI. Yeah, sure enough, it is our fault because people pay it. You did get Star Wars Theory. I did get Star Wars Theory, man. Do you know why I got Star Wars Theory? Here's why I got Star Wars Theory. He called me up. I know it's been so controversial. So I'll talk about it. I don't care. But I got Star Wars, plus this Boba Fett's too dang cheap. It's at $198. Well, it's a little bit better. Thank you, Arthur Lou. I appreciate it. But the reason why I got Star Wars Theory, here's why I got Star Wars Theory. You ready? Hold on. Let me get past the commercials on YouTube. And then I'll tell you. So the reason why I got Star Wars Theory is because a nice podcaster that talks to me said, hey, man, I talked about your convention. I was on Star Wars Theory for an interview. I said, cool. Who's Star Wars Theory? Because I don't listen to podcasts, right? So he said, oh, it's this guy. And I looked up his podcast. He has 3.3 million followers. I'm like, holy crap, that's great. I love that you talked to him about ICCCon. He said, oh, he seems to be really into it. You should reach out to this email address and talk to him because I think he wants to come. He has a lightsaber company and he wants to bring the lightsaber company. So I said, sure, I'll talk to him. So I talked to him. I sent him an email. Then he gave me his phone number. We talked for probably an hour. He is so nice. He's nice on the phone, kind person, talked honestly. He said, you know what, there's a couple of problems because I said I didn't like the Acolyte, and some people think that meant I didn't like women and stuff like that. And he's like, it had nothing to do with that. He's like, I didn't like the writing. If it was all men that created the show, I wouldn't have liked it either. And I said, well, that doesn't matter. And this is what I said. And I didn't even know it was this controversial. I was like, I didn't really like the Acolyte either because the story was, for lack of a better word, janky. And they ruined Darth Plagueis, which was insanity. And I don't really need to see, like, topless bad guys, like, even, like, Kylo Ren and stuff like that. It's just not for me. I mean, I also don't know if it should be part of Star Wars, personally. So anyways, I guess he bashed on the Acolyte, and then it turned into this big thing, and he's like, dude, I never even said the things they accused me of. And I'm like, man, I don't care. I go, here's the thing about the IC. Until you actually screw up, or until there's any actionable proof, and this is what I say, if there's something actionable, sure, man, you wouldn't be able to come. But no one has a screenshot or a timestamp or anything of this guy saying it. Everybody just sent me Rolling Stone articles about opinions, and the Rolling Stone article is an opinion that his fans were inappropriate in some of their posts and stuff. Now, here's the thing. If I'm held accountable for every single fan of mine that says everything they say till the end of time, that's insane. I mean, I love y'all. I'm not going to vouch for 20,000 people. It's insanity. You know what I mean? So that's what my biggest problem is no one actually has any bad anything on this guy. He's never, as far as I can tell, and I don't listen to podcasts, so what do I know? I heard about the guy a week ago or 2 weeks ago. But as far as I know, he hasn't done anything bad. He just spoke out, and then it ended up like a snowball. Like, I don't know, he said one thing, and it just went downhill and just got bigger and bigger and bigger, and now it's this thing. And there's so many people that are, like, flipping out. And I understand that people are stressed and stuff, but I just keep asking, show me something. Show me the actual timestamp, because I don't know. I am not a professional podcast searcher person. I don't even listen to podcasts in general. I like Sinatra. But, so they said it was a big deal, and that's what's been happening, but he's a guy, and so what happened is he wanted to come because he's doing his lightsabers now. That's like his new venture, right? And he makes nice lightsabers, I guess. I haven't seen the lightsabers, but I hear they're nice. And he said he wanted to come to ICCC because he heard about the show, heard about it's really about Star Wars and blah, 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 blah. Now, as I looked into him, he's been doing this since 2016, and he's had tens of thousands of videos, and it's literally one video about the Acolyte that everybody is up in arms about. So out of 10,000 videos, if it's one video you didn't like, wouldn't you just move past that video? But it's not. It's like this whole big thing, and then there's people that I have given free badges and free tables to for years that are turning on ICCC and saying, I can't believe you got somebody who's this person and does this. And I'm like, just show me where they did it, because you guys know how it is. If you come to an admin on the IC even, and you say, hey, this guy treated me this way and this is what I say, and I say, okay, show me a screenshot and we'll remove him. That's the same exact thing here. I'm looking for a screenshot. If there's a screenshot and it's actionable, I'll take action. But there isn't. Everybody's just screaming and screaming, and that'll never be a reason why someone can't come to ICCC. Now, he wanted to do a sort of trade sponsorship for media, right? What we do it all the time. That's why there's a Fox mobile charging booth and MyTV30 and the Nashville Predators. What we do is we work with these companies that are much, much bigger than us. And we say, okay, we'll give you a couple free tables for an activation point at ICCC, and then you advertise us through your network in order to get more fans to know about it and more fans to come. That's exactly what I did with him. And the crazy thing is I have a whole bunch of people with club tables and stuff flipping out on me that I gave him free tables. I didn't give him free tables. I traded for media. We do it all the time. We've done it since 2018. Go look. I've told the William Shatner interview story for Fox a million times. You think I just picked Fox out of the air and was like, oh, Fox gets the exclusive Shatner interview? No. Fox hooked us up. I mean, they paid for our, whatchamacallit, the band stage the first year. Remember, if you look at the band stage back in the day, it said Fox and it said Rockin' Review with Fox because it was sponsored by the Rockin' Review, which was a Fox show. I mean, that's how this works. So, and then I got, oh, why don't you get this podcast because it's reputable? And I click on the link. First I say, hey, I'll take, any podcast can come or try to come. We're giving out 80 free badges to 80 podcasts this year. I mean, that's 80 badges. And they're only ticked off about one. But I'm like, we're giving out 80 badges. But the thing is, they tell me to get XYZ reputable podcast, right? And I go to click on it. I go look at it. Now, this is a podcast that has never reached out to me, somebody who throws the only Star Wars con in America. Never talked to me, never anything. And I go and look at it, and they've got like 1,000 followers or 1,000 subscribers, which is great, don't get me wrong, but 1,000 subscribers, I've got 20,000 in the IC. So there is no reason for me to do some kind of deal, but we still give podcasters free badges, a free place to do the podcast room. We give them tables in that podcast room where they can set up their stuff. I mean, we are like the nicest convention when it comes to including people in the world. And it's, I don't know, it's bonkers. But yes, I traded a couple booths for a guy that has 3.3 million followers on YouTube that's going to talk about the convention. I'm not insane. That's like the best deal in the history of the world for ICCC. But also, a crap ton of people absolutely love him. And the only people that hate him have no proof of why they hate him, except for a Rolling Stone article, which is an opinion article, about his fans' opinions. Nothing to do with him. Just his fans. So anyway, that's all I'm saying about that. I will move on. But the amount of hate and anger in this world, when all I'm doing is providing a convention that is less expensive than... I had one guy that was yelling at me that I would have him at my con, and I looked at his Instagram profile. And the first 3 pictures are MegaCon, this one that just happened in Orlando. Star Wars Theory was at MegaCon. So he literally just went to a corporate convention that's owned by Informa, took his $500 pictures with whomever, and then he's bashing on a little mom and pop convention because we have one of the same guest stars they had. Not even a guest star. He's selling lightsabers. It's a vendor table. So literally my entire day has been eaten alive because of a vendor table. Because some people don't like him for a reason they can't really prove. Because his fans were not nice at one point. And this dude has 3.3 million fans, right? I've seen maybe 3 complaints of 3 different fans. I mean, if you have 3 fans that are troublemakers out of 3.3 million fans, that doesn't really count as like a problem or an issue. I mean, if you sell apples, you have more bad apples in your container of apples than 3 if you have 3 million apples. So I really don't understand. I I love everybody, and I think everybody can play, and this guy was super duper nice, and he knows Star Wars dead cold. He's a legit nerd. So I'm preaching I don't want to be a corporate convention, right? So what am I going to do? Because Disney won't throw a bucket of water at me if I'm on fire. All the major, big-time, huge guest stars have insanely inflated rates because they only work with the giant corporations. And then you have the corporate the corporate leaders of these giant corporation conventions that you could sit down with at a table and be like, who is Admiral Akbar? And they wouldn't know. So you got a legit nerd that's trying to make the best thing the most inexpensive for the actual fans. And you should go look at the comments. Holy moly, I got run the riot act today. By a bunch of people, by most people that end up with free tickets. Or a free table at this convention. It's unbelievable. I've never seen people turn so quickly. And what did I do wrong? What did I do wrong? Some dude wanted to hype the con. I've literally said yes to that 1,000 times. I am so sorry that this is the first time it's somebody who's a major social media influencer. My bad. Sorry that we're growing. Sorry that we're becoming bigger. Sorry that we have a venue that's 3 times the size of our last one. I'm sorry that ICCC has been so awesome. It's growing. My fault. What am I supposed to do? So anyway, that's that. And if people have complaints, I don't know, complain or do whatever you want to do. But if you're just complaining with no actual evidence or proof of anything, that's not right. That's not how this works. I refuse to run a convention where someone can say, I don't like that person, and I say, well, that person can't come because you don't like them. That's ridiculous. I will never, ever throw that convention. And seeing as how I own 100% of ICCC, I never have to. That's the same reason why I don't sell to Informa. That's the same reason why the bigwigs come in from California and try to push me around. And I say, I don't need your money. Go away. And that's why ICCC is still wonderful. That's why we have more vintage toys than any other convention on the planet. That's why our guest stars hang out with you. That's why we are the only convention that has room sales. Because I'm nice enough to allow it. You realize room sales lose money for a convention because those are all vendor tables that aren't sold. I could shut that down tomorrow. It makes me more money if I wanted to be that guy. Like every other convention that's out there. All I know is Star Wars Theory is doing 22 conventions this year. One of them is ICCC. People are always very, very testy, and it's stupid. Be friends. Be nice. It's Star Wars. Play with other people. If you don't like one of this person's fans, click the block button. But it's not the way it works. So anyway, literally all I've asked for is proof, and no one has showed me any proof. Literally no one has. I've been given the Rolling Stones article like 40 times. Go look at the Rolling Stones article. It's literally an opinion piece about some of his fans. Not even about him. Star Wars Series, see, Star Wars Series is a good person, and a lot of people have said that as well. All I know is from my interaction with him, which has been a total of 2 hours in the past 2 weeks, he has been respectful, he has been nice, he is extremely knowledgeable when it comes to Star Wars, and he seems like a fan to me. Not everyone has to like all the same Star Wars things that you like. I like some of the Disney Star Wars stuff. I hear he doesn't like most of the Disney Star Wars stuff. That's okay. Not everybody has to watch the same stuff. You can still be a Star Wars fan if you collect... I only collect vintage Star Wars. I don't collect Black Series. Does that make me a horrible person because I don't collect Black Series? Maybe. I don't know. But whatever. Don't worry about what people complain about stuff. Just do what you do. That's what I'm saying. That's all I'm doing. I'm just trying to make it fair for everybody, man. See, DJ thinks it's cool. It's coming. He's coming. Well, that's what I'm saying. There's a lot of people. There's definitely way more people that think it's awesome he's going to be there than there are people that are angry about it. I don't know. I hope I never become famous enough for there to... Well, no, you know what? It's true. You remember back in the day how bad those old school guys used to pick on me before we got way bigger than them and they shut up. But what did I ever do wrong to anybody? Seriously, when it comes to Star Wars at all, what have I ever done wrong to anybody? And they could never name one thing. But they used to bash on me all the time. Arthur Liu D, 238. Thank you, sir. Arthur Liu, CAS 80, Taiwan Boba, 238. All right, Obi-Wan Kenobi, the starting bid was 250. Nobody wants him at 250. We'll sit him back down. Ooh, it's 756. I leave for 30 minutes and now I'm totally lost. No, don't worry, nothing happened. What's his face? I think it was Chitwood asked me a question and I went on a rant. So blame Chitwood. All right, here's what's going on. Brian Campbell, the low gray at CAS 90. Low gray is at 145. The Emperor Mailer is at 245. Boba Fett Taiwan is at 238. And the Wicket Cell Paint, it's a 3-piece Wicket Cell that is at $40. So get in your bids, bid early, bid often, and I did shake that graded Stormtrooper. You know what? I am sure there's people that hate me for that, and I'm sorry. I never meant to hurt your feelings. Darn, I love a good rant. Yeah, you missed it. Hit rewind. What's C at? C is at 245 for that big old Emperor Mailer there. 245. Yes, low gray is a 90. He's way super cheap right now. But no one seems to care, so... So whomever's winning, Brian Campbell's going to get a killer deal. But yeah, that's a CAS 90 graded low gray. And it's currently at 145. It's a steal. All right, folks, we got 3 minutes until we're calling it a night. 3 minutes here. We got 245 on the Boba. Brian Walsh takes over on Boba at 245. It was you, Chitwood. It was you. It's all your fault. No, but I was really being a good boy, and I didn't say nothing about it. But talk about the immense waste of time. And I mean, not to marginalize Star Wars theory in any way. I'm not trying to be that guy. But he's like one podcaster guy that's not even doing a podcast at ICCC that wants to be a vendor. Like, it's... It's not like I'm giving him a private jet or like anything. He's like... He's going to talk about ICCC to his 3.3 million followers, and I have to give up a couple tables. Of which I give like 30 tables for free to clubs, 30 tables for free to this thing. Podcasters get free tables and chairs and podcast room and stages. Think of how much free stuff I give out. Do you know how many free tickets I give out to, like, if there's a bad thing that happens at a school, I give the entire school free tickets? It's not right. So I'm sure I'm going to get off this and I get to go look at my social media, and I'm sure there's people still complaining, because that's what it's about. But whatever. And it's really funny. I've even had people today call me a corporate con, and that my big corporation has to do this because they don't realize. That's the thing. It's not the IC. Everybody on the IC was like, heck yeah, dude, that's cool. But it's not the IC, so they don't know that I'm just a legit nerd that started this. Like, they have no idea that this convention started from meetups with 15 people from a Star Wars Facebook group. It's really crazy. They have no idea. And most of them have no idea that about 245 conventions in the United States and Canada are owned by one company. It's like way more market share than Walmart. At least there's Target that exists, and I don't know, Ollie's, or random places that sell department store type stuff. Like, it's not like that in the convention world. There's Informa that owns everything, and then like me, and like 5 other conventions in America that are not owned by Informa. Go look it up. I'm not even full of it. It's a company that's been around since like 1814, and they make $13.5 billion a year. What do you want me to do? I fund ICCC by selling toys to you guys for obviously cheap. But I'll tell you, it is frustrating because, like, I don't even add money onto autographs or anything. It's the actual cost. That's why they're so much cheaper at ICCC. But people don't care. You're not buying $10 Coca-Colas, but people don't care. So whatever. Send them to me. I appreciate it, Adam. But no, everybody can have their own opinion, but there's no reason to bash somebody. I mean, you bash me, but you go to MegaCon? And not against MegaCon, I mean, Walmart is useful, but what are you bashing me for? Like, I'm just trying to make something nice that's cheap, that's completely different than any other convention out there. Why don't you come to ICCC once, look at how it is. I can guarantee you right now, and I can guarantee them all right now, Star Wars Theory comes to ICCC, he's going to be nice, he's going to be respectful, just like anybody else that walks through the door. And that's because that's what we do, and if not, security will remove you. Like always. Chad Bordner, 255. All right, let's see where we are right now. This is your very last chance to bid. Bid immediately, because I'm going to call these all right now. It's Taco Tuesday, and it's 8:02. Low grade, CAS 90. Cynthia Fairgate's in the lead at 160. Chad Bordner's in the lead on the Emperor Mailer at 255. Arthur Liu is in lead on Boba Fett Taiwan, CAS 80 plus at 248. And Jason McKee is on the lead at the Wick itself for $40. We're calling all four of those right now, because it's Taco Tuesday. Going once, going twice, going thrice. Sold. Thank you very much, everybody, for hanging out. Thank you very much for being part of the IC. And remember, what it means to be a good IC member is you teach, you learn, and you grow the hobby. Thank you very much for hanging out. Sorry about the rant. But, yeah, tell your friends. I want everybody to hang out and have fun together. But if you can't screenshot it or timestamp it or send me a link, as far as I'm concerned, it's not reality. Everything's on the internet. Screenshot it. All right. I love you all. Good night. Stephen Hopwood, you are my brute squad. Good night, everybody. I love you. Bye.